Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rock Coliseum, this special night of Song versus Song, the third edition. Hope you all are doing well. My name is Luke, host of the YouTube channel Rocked. With me are three of my very special friends. As you can tell, I'm sick, injured, and have had a whirlwind of my life, and I can't talk or think anymore. Before we get to what Rock Coliseum is all about, and all of you that are new or don't know what's going on right now, some quick introductions. We'll start with you, John, if you would.
I am tired, injured, and I'm just no.
No, it's fine.
That's just going to be all four of us.
We're all tired and injured.
You're right. That's fine. Introduce yourself.
It has been a whirlwind, guys. We haven't done this in a while, but we're excited to be back. We were just talking before this. It's been since July. But hi, I'm John. I run the channels ARTV and Beyond ARTV, and I talk about music on YouTube. And I'll talk about some of the stuff that I got coming up very soon.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Mark, if you would.
Hey there, folks. My name is Mark. I'm the host of Spectrum Pulse, talk about music, movies, art, and culture. I actually am legit a little injured right now. I was actually working out over the lunch hour in the course of deadlifts. Something kind of twinged in my back. So at some point, I may get up and stretch throughout the course of this evening. That will be why.
We will have a halftime minute of yoga just to make sure. So feel free to join us.
We all make sure we're going to get nice and centered. Like
yes,
I'm sure
everyone get out their meditation app, please.
These conversations will be very vexatious, so we want to make sure that we are just grounded and we found all of the chakras that we presumably have.
Yes.
We are all wearing yoga pants. We all have aromatherapy candles lit. We are ready to go.
Wait, we were supposed to wear pants?
John!
He's the creepy guy at the yoga at the YMCA who comes in like in a Speedo. It's like, all right, time to be centered. Let's go.
God.
And Crash, if you would.
Hey everyone, my name is Crash Thompson. I also talk about music on the internet, and I you know me, I just do mostly video essays, fun little stuff, goofy shit. I will talk more about what I'm working on later, but yeah. Say, if you've been here a while, you probably recognize my face. I had more hair last time you saw me, but outside of that...
Can I just say the look is very nice on Crash? I couldn't pull that off.
Works.
Yeah.
You know what? I may as well not cheat y'all out of it. Like, you know what? Here we go. Grand reveal.
3, 2, 1.
There it is. There it is. You know what? Since I got the fancy camera out, I'll even show you. Oh, where is it? Oh, where's his hair? Oh no!
Emperor Tiger Star just said, so which one of you is lighting chakra? Well, Crash just showed his chakra with his zoom in screen.
Oh yeah. Oh, y'all, I upgraded my camera. I am big time ready to go now. Are y'all ready for some Crash Thompson?
All right, guys.
Maybe.
500. Okay, if we get to 500 likes in any way necessary, Crash will do the rest of the show in Crash Vision way up close.
I don't think they want that, Luke. I don't think that's going to get you more likes, bud.
Fine. Please hit the like button if you haven't already, by the way.
John has Crash Vision, too. John has it, too. So
I do, but it's a DSLR, so it's like I got to go, whoa! You don't want to see my pores. You don't want to see that. So
we're all basically doing the Wayne's World thing right now.
But not as funny or charming. My name is Luke, host of YouTube channel Rocks, the channel you're watching right now. If you're wondering why I have a hoarse throat or I start coughing violently, it's because when I went on my honeymoon, I got the plague. Plague. Yes, that is my luck. It's been a rough streak the last few months. For those who are not aware, I got married. So did someone else in this chat right now. Thank you very much. We are living new lives. We are all new people. We all have had growth. We're all doing cool things. Mark's in shape. Crash is looking good. John is got his yoga pants on for some reason, and I am trying not to die after this past few months. However, this is Song versus Song Rock Coliseum. This is where we take your suggestions. You see a lot of super chats coming in. Keep in mind, we'll get through as many super chats as possible in the second half. We will let you guys know when that happens. In the first half, however, we are asking a live chat to get a song versus song. 2 songs. They can be from the same band. They can be from different bands. They can be from different eras, different subgenres. All we ask is for this first hour, we keep it in the field of rock, alternative, metal, indie, punk, industrial, all that. And number 2, for this first hour, you need to pick songs that we all 4 of us would have a chance of knowing. You can't just say Zack and the Zactones, Zack to the future, and say we expect us to know that. It's not
that
going to
didn't
work.
chart anyways. Like
Yeah.
let's be a little bit realistic. It hit the bubbling under. It just kind of like fluctuated. The radio.
It was a
never
remix
got on board.
EP. It was a remix EP. Like, did we really even need that?
I mean, the thing is, there aren't even any original Zacks in Zack and the Zack Tones now, so it's like not even the same band. I don't even think any of them are named Zack anymore.
More like
no,
Zack.
there's
do they
Randy,
keep that
Jeff,
name?
and Paul. Like, what?
Yeah.
When
More
you
like
have a remix with Black Bear, this is what happens.
Oh.
Yeah, the Black Bear remix.
More
Oh,
like
boy.
Zack,
Yeah.
more like
Yes,
Zack
it-
and the Whack Tones.
Oh.
Hang on.
Oh.
You guys can't hear it, but I gave myself the foghorn. Okay. Appropriately. So, that being said, this is the third time we've done this song versus song edition. Keep in mind also, super chats can be for anything. They don't have to be for song versus song. They can be any type. We'll get through that in the second half. This first half, however, we will be taking your suggestions. I have the chat popped out. I'll stop at random. We'll go for that one. We'll give a thumbs up or a thumbs down on each song. And then we'll discuss, and which will have a winner. Now, we had talked about it in chat, and now that YouTube has finally done something, we will always bash YouTube when they deserve it, but I will give a small second of praise. There's a new feature in YouTube chat where I can pop in a poll. So for the occasion that there's a poll and there's a tie between the four of us, I will say which song. And then I'll give the poll to the audience. The audience will be the fifth person when there's a tie.
Yep, tiebreaker.
See, I
Boom.
love that idea. I've been waiting for them to implement that
And
idea.
it's never
You don't
been a
want the
thing for years.
responsibility when
I
we
know,
tie.
I know. So that way, you guys get a poll. I just put a test poll in right now. Which would you vote
Song
for?
1 by Blur
one
or song 2 by Blur?
Exactly. And then if I'm correct, I can just close it whenever I want. Yeah, I can end the poll whenever I want. I can make it 60 seconds, whatever, and we'll cash it at that. So I see the things. Oh, look at that. 60% to 40%, song 1 versus song 2. So, and then you see the stats right there, so you know I can't make it up. You know I can't cheat. There you go. Everyone, did I cover everything?
I believe so.
believe we have.
Awesome.
so.
Well, one final thing. We all have different projects. December is the biggest month for all four of us by a long shot. If you have not already, please subscribe below to these three gentlemen's channels. Down in the video description and in the YouTube card it should be. Also, keep in mind we have a lot of good year-end content stuff up. Please consider helping if you can. Everything helps. Every little thing this last month of the year. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for being here. Final thing. We are aware that we lost a legend in music with Miss Christine of Fleetwood Mac.
Big loss.
Nothing I could say is going to do justice to how much of an effect she had on all genres of music. So, we already saw some super chats pop in, coming in for that. We will talk about
plenty of
those.
that.
I don't think we won't have a good discussion about Fleetwood Mac tonight. It is coming. So,
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, absolutely.
and also, if you haven't played Fleetwood Mac yet today after you found out the news, what the heck's wrong with you? Come on now.
Do it.
Come on.
Do it.
Come on.
If you haven't, if I know we have a fairly young audience between most of us. If you haven't had the chance to pop in Rumors, that's your homework for tonight. Rumors, self-titled,
So,
Tusk. Just put on some good Fleetwood Mac. That's your assignment.
You will enjoy it. So hit that like button. Please help us out. Thank you guys very much. Now I'm going to go to the chat and hope for the best. By the way, Gretchen is in the chat. She is the best. She is my mod. If you go too far, she will pull the ban hammer, and I give her full permission to ban anyone she wants. So, all right, get your suggestions in. I'll give you a second to get it going. Man, oh man. It always takes
a lot of stuff coming in. Oh,
I know.
I'm already seeing it.
Oops, got that right there. Dun, dun, dun. I just covered your faces unintentionally. That's better. Bam. Sorry, I'm getting my text to copy paste. There we go. And stop. Someone's just talking in the chat, so I have to scroll down a little bit. Da, 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 da. Okay, interesting one. Okay, we all know these. That's fine. This is a decent enough one to start with. Metallica, Sad But True, versus Avenged Sevenfold, This Means War.
Oh. Me, this isn't even a contest.
Me neither. However,
okay.
Fine. It's one we all know. I will give the effect for that. Not a bad starting one. Let's say that. For Metallica, Sad But True. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
I had a feeling. It's just you picked Metallica.
Yes.
You picked Black Album Metallica.
And you dropped it. And you did it on Metallica week. too.
But
So,
dude.
Yeah.
So, ooh.
Crash, why don't you go
This
first?
means war is not. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Crash, then John, then Mark, then me. Go for it.
I'll be
Crash?
quick. I mean, I'll be quick because y'all know my emotional connection to the Black Album. The Black Album is literally my first memory. You know, pretty much. I have a lot of love for the Black Album. I don't know. It's hard for me to beat the Black Album when it comes to a lot of stuff. And Sad But True is a better kind of mid-tempo kind of things
Right.
that Metallica have done. You know, it's not their most slamming or most heavy song, but it's one of those songs that proves they can do something kind of middle of the road and still make it kick. Bam!
Very well said.
I think that beats most Avenged Sevenfold personally. That may be a hot take, but there
Fair
you go.
enough. John, why don't you go ahead?
I don't think it's a hot take. A lot of people in the
Okay,
metal
well, it's not
community
just
do
me.
not like Avenged Sevenfold.
They do not.
This means war. It's not even one of their best songs.
That's
like,
not top 10. It's not.
It's not. For me, it's not even close to their top 10
Yeah.
best. So for me, it's like weird to see that one as the one that we wanted up against Sad But True. But okay, it's like Legendary versus kind of like a mid cut from what Hail to the King. Was that what
2013
album
or
that was
so.
on?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. For me, it's just not close. So Metallica by a country mile.
Mark, why don't you go ahead?
Can't really add much here. I'm not an Avenged Sevenfold fan whatsoever, and even having mixed opinions on the Black Album as I do, no contest.
Yeah. And as for me, the actual Avenged Sevenfold fan of the group, it's still not close to Metallica. It's not. So, I'm kind of with John. This Means War is not even a top 10 song for Avenged Sevenfold, not even the same era. Sad But True, whether you like the Black Album or not, Sad But True is an iconic song for Metallica. It is.
Yes.
It's that instantly, noticeable, you instantly recognize it as Metallica when you hear it, whether you like the song or not, whether you like that era of Metallica or not. I prefer Metallica over this one. Avenged Sevenfold's This Means War. Avenged Sevenfold dies in the pit. How do they die?
They face off against This Means War by 30 Seconds to Mars.
On the island? On that cult island?
Yes.
Okay, you know, having to spend any time with Jared Leto is definitely a
That is punishment.
so-
That is punishment. So, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
See, you know what? That was a good enough little light suggestion. Good start. We're all on the same page. We're in sync. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you so much. We're at 130 likes right now. I guess I don't want to ask Crash to do a Avenged Sevenfold impression. That's a hard one. So
That blew out M. Shadows' voice.
I know.
Yeah, it really.
that's
It's
kinda-
twice.
It's
And
dangerous
he was-
territory right
yeah,
there.
I'll give Crash. We'll save an impression for something else. Let's go back to the chat. Thank you guys very much. Please keep the super chats coming. We will get through as many as we can at random in the second hour, and we finish them all in the super chat document anyway. We will get your notifications and stuff. And stop. Okay. I see it now. Okay. It was glitching out on my YouTube thing. Sum 41 song versus song. 2 songs from Sum 41. Canada Pride. Still Waiting versus We're All to Blame.
Okay.
I think this is a fair versus for 2
This
songs.
is
It's
fair.
fair.
This is
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
This is
Fair.
tougher than I thought it would be.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Got
Still
thoughts?
waiting. We're all to blame. Yeah. Okay.
Everyone have a choice?
I think so.
I think
Okay.
so.
I'm on the fence, but I got a choice. Okay. Still Waiting. 1, 2, 3. Interesting.
Wow.
Really?
That's
Fair
not
enough.
what I was expecting
I
at
was
all.
expecting
Wow.
more of a
Expecting
close.
either.
Fair
Wow.
enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
And We're All to Blame. 1, 2, 3. Fair enough. I'm the dissenter. I'll go first. Love both songs from Sum 41. I am a Sum 41 fan, especially with their most recent album. Holy crap. 2019 album. It was so good. But with Still Waiting, I was thought it had a little more energy. I was just that chorus and the hook into it that way. I thought it had a better hook with energy. Where All to Blame has a lot of energy, but not with that hook. That's what I would just decide that as. Also, they're both very close for me, so I don't have any faults or problem with Still Waiting losing this battle. That's fine. I just prefer Still Waiting. That's it. So we'll go in a little bit reverse. Mark, how about you go for We're All to Blame?
Not a lot to say on this one either, because again, I wouldn't say that even though they are Canadian, Sum 41 was never one I dove deep into unless I'm 5 or 6 beers in at karaoke. we've got a ridiculously stacked amount of Sum 41 in Canada.
I could see that. Yeah, for karaoke, I could see that.
Yeah.
We're All to Blame. I just think it's a better song. I just think compositionally, there's just a little bit more meat to it that I'll go back.
Fair enough. John, why don't you go for We're All to Blame?
I'll pick up where Mark left off. I think it is that extra flavor. I think that, Luke, what you said is totally fair. I think Still Waiting might be the catchier song, but I do think that We're All to Blame, at least for me musically, just stands out more. I love the guitars on this track a lot, and it is catchy in its own way.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for Chuck. I really like that album a lot. So
that's fair. Totally fair. And Crash, why don't you go ahead?
See, I was like you, Luke. I was like right on the fence. It could have been either or for me with this. I love both of those songs. And while Still Waiting is definitely the better rager, I love the mix of punk and thrash that song is. It's a brilliant blending of those two.
Yeah.
I feel like We're All to Blame shows a bit more depth, a bit more maturity.
I can
like
see
there's
that
a
a
lot
little
more
bit.
melody going on. It's not just rah 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 punk rah. It's not just energy. There's more kind of going on. There's more playfulness. There's way more color and sort of vibrancy to the actual to the music. It's a much more tonally pleasant song. Whereas Still Waiting is more just about the rah. But they're both great. They're both very good songs. They just do separate things. I feel.
Fair.
I just can't feel. I feel like I don't know.
Yeah.
Ask me this question in like 5 minutes. I might change my answer. But
Also fair. So, unfortunately, Still Waiting has to go. Sum 41 has to say kiss goodbye. How do we?
I got it for this one. I got a death for this one.
Yeah.
All right. Still Waiting. So Sum 41, that one has to die. Stuck in a Ticketmaster queue forever.
Those Taylor Swift tickets aren't worth it. They're not.
They sure aren't.
They are not.
I took out 8 loans on my new home.
I have
just so I could.
I have to hijack the show now because Metallica goes live on Friday for the public for the stadium tour.
No.
Do you know how much the high package VIPs tickets?
I saw an article about this.
Go for St. Louis because they're going to St. Louis. Guess. Just guess. Guess.
I think I saw this. Isn't it like $7,000?
You got it. $7,000.
$7,000.
One
for Metallica
for
tickets.
one.
How greedy can you be? How greedy can you be? I just don't get it.
But
to be fair, that's for like the all-inclusive sort of package.
You get all the merch. I think you get the VIP. You get the VIP. You get let in early. It's like I had $7,000, man.
$7,000.
$7,000.
No way.
No.
Oof.
So yeah, you're gonna hear about this on Monday. I assure you. Just have it ready to complain about Metallica and Ticketmaster. Because let's be honest, they're probably high-fiving each other in the back because they know they're both going to score some money off of this. It'll sell.
Sad thing is that new Metallica song is actually pretty good.
It's better than a lot of stuff that's come out in the last 15,
to be good.
20, It's fine. It's fine. It's not blowing me away, but I'm fine with the new Metallica song. It's fine, guys.
Needs
Can't
more
complain.
snare. Needs more snare, to be honest,
Needs more tin can. Okay.
Yeah, needs more keg snare.
They had to bribe Lars to keep it out. All right. Back to that was a good suggestion, by the way. Good one. Well done. As I go back to the chat and get a drink so I don't cough and blow out your eardrums. Stop. Okay. We are going back to some comeback singles. I get why this is a comparison.
Ooh.
I think I know my answer right away. Blink-182's Edging versus My Chemical Romance's The Foundations of Decay. The comeback singles.
Not fair. Not even fair, man.
It's absolutely fair.
It's fair, but it's going to be a thrash.
Okay, but
it's brutal. It's brutal. Let's just
brutal.
I don't think I need to ask any of you because I think I'm in the same boat. Blink-182 Edging. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
Better not say any thumbs.
Yeah.
The Foundation of Decay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Y'all.
Not
Come on.
Oh.
One band really tried, and one band kinda
did. I don't
John,
think Edging is awful, but
okay, John. You gave the double thumbs up. Why don't you go first?
I don't think Edging is awful. It's kind of a fun little track. It's not produced very well. But then some people would argue that I don't like the way the My Chem song is produced. And okay.
Well,
but like the song itself, there's so much that they pack in, My Chem that is, into 6 minutes. It's not necessarily my favorite song of the year or anything, but it is definitely a comeback statement that showed they weren't content to just rest on their laurels and say, "Oh yeah, let's do an emo cruise or some throwback thing." They could have coasted on the vibes forever, but they didn't do that, and I really respect that they moved the sound and they moved the chains forward yet again.
Fair enough. Well said. Mark, why don't you go next?
Actually, we want to build off of what John said, especially when it comes to moving the chains forward, because I'll be very honest, it took me a little bit to get into that MCR song because it was going in some odd places. I'm like, I'm not sure how I felt about it, and then it clicked for me. Edging sucks. I'm not going to mince words about this. The production is garbage. Like, it doesn't, like, the way that the guitars are balanced off against, especially the drums, Travis Barker taking a lot more. This specific has been an issue with his drum production and his overall production of songs for really the past couple of years. It's getting distracting now. And I'm sorry, you're trying to make the song to be about this triumphant return of everyone to the band, and their lead doesn't sound very good in terms of the vocals. It's rough singing. And I'm sorry, I know what joke you're doing for the title. Like, you're not as clever as you think you are. Like, I don't want to think of Blink-182 in any context of sex, ever.
With as much as they've sang about it, too, it's kind of hard to avoid.
You don't want to think about Blink-182 in sex. You realize that's like the majority of how they built their career, right?
Yeah, you wonder why I don't go back to them very often, given that I'm an adult.
Man,
that's me.
I'll go next. Two things. One, when I did the Blink-182 tier list discography, when I listened to the Mark Traum and Tavish show live, oh my gosh, their live show. Every other song, they just take a break to do sex jokes and like the 13-year-old back of the bus jokes that you hear the dirty stuff. It's not stop. Sorry, that's a tangent. My Chemical Romance made a longer song, which I was not expecting. It wasn't a prog style, but still it had so much build into what they were doing. So like you could tell they were moving past Danger Days. They were trying to not be the Black Parade. It had an identity to it and it had a payoff. Edging was fun. I get why people like it. It's not for me, but I get why people like it. But I do have to agree. Tom doesn't sound great on that performance, and that does not mean the other songs won't sound fine. Don't get it twisted on that, because he's been doing Angels and Airwave stuff, but on this performance, it was, I don't even know if I want to say strained. I don't know what the terminology would be for that, because I don't know him personally. So, a strained was at least an excuse. So that's my stance. Crash. MCR.
Every single one of you who came after me for saying that, California and 10 are immature, why are you giving them credit? Every single one of you owes me $1 after Edging, because that is just, y'all are close to 60 now. Y'all are in your 50s. And you are still doing this.
When you look at California, that's not that bad compared to what we heard from Edging.
Compared to this. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't have much to say about Edging that you guys haven't already said. Tom sounds.
Blink-182 is Edging. Do not make a clip of that. Do not make a clip of that, guys. Oh no.
I'm already pretty notorious. I'm pretty notorious for not defending Tom's voice. I never liked Tom's voice at the best of times. Now he sounds just flat out destroyed. And I'm sorry, that new album, it's gonna if it's 30 minutes of this, it's gonna be rough. Whereas with My Chem, again, they came completely out of left field. They went full blown like sludge. They went full blown almost doom metal.
I was gonna say there was darker elements for their strength. That's not a terrible way to describe it.
And that is the last thing you would figure My Chemical Romance would do well, but here they are. Just absolutely killing it. Again, I would even though it's new, even though it's strange new ground, I would totally be on board for a whole record of that. I want to see them try a whole record of something that's just dark and ominous and absolutely just devastating. I would love to see an MCR record that's actually scary. Like, that's the kind of vibe I get off of Foundations of Decay. I would be so down for that. I don't know, Edging, it's going to be the same shit you got in 2002, only now it's old and tired. Y'all, I was there for TRL. I don't need it again. I'm not that fucking nostalgic.
No one needs
See,
TRL.
that's the big difference. Blink 182 is banking on nostalgia now, just pure nostalgia.
Yeah.
MCR doesn't need it, and they proved it on each of those singles.
I'm looking forward to both new albums, by the way. Don't get it twisted.
too.
I am. So
Yeah, I just want putting it on record. I don't agree with the majority of that.
fair enough. But
No,
also,
that's
I
fair.
just like to say, edging does die. No more edging for Blink 182.
No more etching.
Their
No
punishment
more
is
etching.
their punishment. They have to cut back 50% of their sex jokes and innuendo for the next album.
They won't be able to do it. That'll kill them.
That's the
They
breakup.
won't.
This is the
break
tweet
up.
that
Break up again.
Let me read the tweet that Tom put out the day that the song dropped.
Sure,
The new
absolutely.
Blink-182 album has some of the most progressive and elevated music we've made. In honesty, I am holding my breath for you to hear these songs. Edging is fun and a perfect way to remind you of the fun again, but just you fucking wait.
Okay, that's cowardice. Release no. Here I said. Let me explain why. Because if you had the faith in the more progressive and interesting stuff coming on Blink-182, you would have led with it. That's exactly what MCR did.
Well, I mean, you guys just wait. I'm still waiting.
I'll still wait on both. To be fair, these are two very different mentalities, group mentalities between two bands.
It's a little
wildly
true. Let's be
different.
fair.
Yeah.
Let's be
So,
fair. Yeah.
I get the arguments, but at the same time, it's a wait and see. We'll wait and see. So, good suggestion. I get why that was a
hope they're both
suggestion
good.
too.
I
I
hope
do
they're
get
both.
that. I do get that suggestion, by the way. So, all right, we're going to new metal. I just stopped it right there. We're going back to like 99, 2000 era. Man, this was, and these two songs for me, this is right in my wheelhouse. Push It from Static X. Or, do you all know that one?
I
yeah,
don't.
absolutely.
You know,
Johnny
okay,
Depp.
we'll save that for
no.
later. If Mark doesn't know it, so don't
I
worry
don't
about
either.
I have to show it to you. You'll hate it.
it. Yeah, you'll hate it, but I love it. I love Wisconsin Death Trip.
but I
so
know
much.
Mark will hate it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's fine. That's fine, though. That's fine. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Thank you. That was a good suggestion, though. So, da-da-da-da-da. And stop. Oh. We're going to break some hearts now. Okay.
Oh boy.
Coldplay song versus song.
Uh-oh.
Both songs off the same album.
Ooh.
Violet Hill versus Viva La Vida.
Do it.
Oh. Okay, Mark. Now we get back on the same page.
Someone was
Ooh,
someone was coming after you boys in this one. I don't know.
That's
So,
a tough one
It
too.
is.
Oh shit. Ooh.
I don't
Oh.
think it's that tough.
I think it's
Personally.
tough.
I think it's tough.
I have an
think it's
answer, but I
close.
do think it's. I have an answer, but I do think it's tough. All right, we got an answer for everybody.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
Violet Hill. 1, 2, 3.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Whoa!
What? You know what?
I
Oh.
thought for sure. Wow.
I'm almost tempted to remove my vote just so I can be an odd man out here. Oh.
Well, Violet
I already,
Hill.
I already put my thumb up.
Violet Hill does
I didn't think
win.
it would be unanimous. Really?
I know,
Ooh,
I'm-
okay.
I'm a little torn by that too. So
Yeah. Oh.
Hey,
yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not complaining, but wow.
Crash 30 seconds. Why Violet Hill over Viva La Vida?
For me, this was tough because I love Viva La Vida. It's such a brilliant single,
it
but it
is.
is also a very tailor-made to be a single. It is
Yeah,
kind of just, it's made to be marketable, and even though that song is brilliant in the way it does that, you can still very much tell. Violet Hill is them really going out there. It's them
Yeah.
going out on that limb and trying this sort of thing that they were doing with the album, try to bring it to its full peak, to its full apex, and they pull it off just brilliantly. It shows that Coldplay could do more than just singles. So, like,
I agree. That's
there you
that's
go.
not a bad
I'll
way to
put
say
my
it.
bow on it there. Yeah.
I'll go next. Violet Hill, I love to death. And Viva La Vida is the perfect first single from an album when you want to promote the new Coldplay album. That unified everything for Coldplay. That was Coldplay in top form. People got to remember, 2000s Coldplay is way different than the last decade of Coldplay.
Oh, wow.
So you guys got to realize, though, Viva La Vida was so good as a single. It's so well done as a first single for an album. Violet Hill is what makes you want to buy the album when you realize that that's on there, though. It's a darker key, a darker tone. It has so much consistent flowing energy just with that piano pound and the drum beat and everything going for it. It's just so strong. And I'm still upset because Mark saw that song played live. So, Mark, you go next.
Yeah, because I saw the Viva La Vida tour, and I saw
So jealous.
Coldplay, and hey, their opener was Snow Patrol too.
Oh,
Yeah, phenomenal.
so jealous.
So their opener was Violent Hill to their actual set.
Makes so
And
much sense.
it makes a lot of sense, but it starts on such a angry note. Like, cause that song's probably got the crunchiest guitars they've ever had.
Ever,
And that's
period.
honestly one of the things I love about this song, just how good the guitar tone sounds. Brian Eno backing up a lot of the production there, just in terms of how much like force that song comes into, how much it just crashes in. And I gotta be honest, I'm gonna shout out the solo on that song. The guitar solo on that song.
Yeah.
I just think about the riff.
Shit as hell.
Just that
Yeah.
riff too, that
Not
continued
something you
riff. So
Uh-huh.
no.
No, there's some shred on that song.
There is.
Coldplay does not get credit for when they actually do let it rip a little bit, and they did.
They did, and I think it's also because they haven't done it in a while. So
Yeah.
John, if you would let us know all about Violet Hill.
All about it. Yeah,
All
well,
about
this song was recorded in 2007 and released on their 2000. No.
That's right.
I have always loved Violet Hill. From the second I heard it, the atmosphere just like flipped a switch for me. That really eerie, long intro that builds up to those gorgeous pianos that just like boom away. It's a song where you can tell that there's a couple of meanings that you could come away with, but I like the fact that, kind of like you were saying, Coldplay were still running up that hill and trying to, I guess, prove themselves that they weren't just a singles artist, or that they weren't just this band that made, tame piano ballads about relationships or whatever.
Yes.
This is a song that like goes for it in every single facet. That guitar solo is phenomenal. And just when it cuts back down to Chris's vocal at the end, that falsetto, if you love me, won't you let me know, won't you let me go? It's so haunting in the best way.
Yeah. I think these are very great arguments, with being respectful to Viva La Vida. Viva La Vida single has to fade away, however. So does that still get removed from the album and put on one of the later 2010s discography albums? Just
it has to sweep the streets it used to own.
Yeah.
Boy, is that poetic for Coldplay right now, too, looking back at the past. Oh, no.
Ooh.
Sweep the streets I used to own in the 2000s. Man.
That is poetic. I'm kind of with
That's
that.
actually pretty.
This was their
on
magnum
point.
opus.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Honestly, this was where it peaked. Honestly, they were never this good again.
You don't get better than this, Coldplay.
You can't. Yeah. Good suggestion. Very well.
You can try getting
very
better
good
than this Coldplay.
No, that's the
Please
thing.
do.
No, you can try though. You have to have another magnum opus, but you can still have another great album, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I'd be okay with Coldplay being great again. That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
that'd be nice. Let's see.
Yeah.
I think they're hanging it up soon though, so I don't know.
They're
one more
retiring.
album, I believe. So
one more
let's-
album,
yeah, a
one
few
more
more
tour, I
years.
believe.
So-
and-
Going to the metal now. Judas Priest, you've got another thing coming. Versus Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast. Does everyone know those?
Yeah.
I do.
Song versus song. So, and this is a fair song versus song. So,
Very fair. Very fair.
everyone have an answer?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, I do too. Judas Priest, you've got another thing coming. 1, 2, 3. Brutal.
Wow.
Again.
I love Judas Priest, but I get it. Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast. 1, 2, 3.
Maybe if you'd picked another Maiden
I know,
song, it wasn't
maybe.
a Number of the Beast.
There's only a few
Oh.
Iron Maiden songs that can
Oh.
beat You Got Another Thing Coming, but you named one of them. So,
Yeah.
If it was running up that hill, I'd probably go with You Got Another Thing Coming. That's my hot take.
okay. Mark, why don't you go first then for Number of the Beast? Over, You've Got Another Thing Coming.
I mean, to some level, this is just a factor of Number of the Beast becoming iconic and kind of transcending what it was. Like Iron Maiden at that specific point kind of it was less of the point where it was just great for a metal song, but it kind of just became like iconic outside of metal and in rock in general. It kind of felt like it represented something a little bit better alongside being a genuinely freaking awesome song.
Yeah.
Not their best album, that Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, but that's a different conversation.
Also, fair points. Crash, why don't you go next for Number of the Beast?
It is just more a level of what each song really kind of is. Like,
Yeah.
I love Got Another Thing Coming. Got Another Thing Coming is
Yeah.
a damn solid tune, but it is just that. It's just a solid ass Judas Priest cut. It's a great cut off of British Steel. Love that record too, but it's just a good Judas Priest song at the end of the day. Number of the Beast is basically the song that helped build Iron Maiden. That was the song that basically just, and it's so operatic, and it's the beginning of that really truly just balls to the wall kind of Maiden sound. It's basically, it is the song, to me at least, it's one of the songs that basically created Maiden. Like there are other songs Judas Priest have done that are more definitive of them compared to You Got
I would
Another
agree.
Thing.
Yeah, Painkiller.
It's just having it's just one of your really, really good cuts versus the cut that made you. So I kind of have to,
Well said
Yeah.
in that sentence.
Yeah.
John, why don't you go for Number of the Beast?
Number of the Beast was my introduction to Iron Maiden, I believe, through one of the Guitar Hero games, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yep.
Guitar Hero 2 or 3, very early on, and I was kind of fascinated by it because I knew that my parents didn't want me listening to it.
Yep.
So
And
I
that's
was
like the
ooh.
most tame.
I
one for
can't
metal,
imagine
too.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah, Number of the Beast. What's that about? I don't know. Couldn't imagine. Yeah, kind of like you were saying though, Crash. I mean, like nothing against the Judas Priest track. It's just more of a typical, not typical average single, but what you would expect, I guess, in a Judas Priest track, and it gets the job done. But Number of the Beast is just like one of those monumental cuts that it's hard for most things to eclipse it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree. And also for my points too, you all said great points on this. Where Judas Priest, You Got Another Thing Coming is a fantastic live song. It's something you get really pumped up to live. It works for that. Number of the Beast is iconic for the craftsmanship of what Harris wrote and all these guitar riffs and melodies and solos and bass line and all these things gelling together so seamlessly for something that transcends what metal could be. Where You Got Another Thing Coming is great, it's fun, but it doesn't define what metal can be in so many ways.
Like I kind of put like Number of the Beast in the same category as put War Pigs for like Black Sabbath.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Same.
Truly
Yeah.
iconic of metal, right?
I don't think I
Yeah.
could do that with that Judas Priest song.
No.
I would probably
Not
say
that
so.
Sadly,
Yeah, I would
No,
go
not that one.
Painkiller I could get.
Painkiller is the one. Yeah.
Yeah, so-
that would be the one.
Yeah. I don't feel good about killing a Judas Priest song, but Judas
Me
Priest has to
either,
be
y'all.
banished.
Y'all are forcing us to be really
I
mean this time.
know.
No, I'm not vibing on that.
Okay. Yeah. So, anyone have a suggestion, or should we just move on and hope Judas Priest
Let's just move
fades
on.
away peacefully?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know
Yeah.
if any of us want to throw out that suggestion.
They've already got another thing coming. We don't need to give them
Hey.
another thing that's coming.
Uh-huh.
Blackity schmackity do. That's why I'm here.
Moving on, thank you guys very much for sticking around. I am copying back it up, super reacts just in case. We have 163 likes. Not bad.
Ooh, now
Not
164.
bad.
Keep them coming, y'all. Hey, remember that
Yeah.
button is right
200.
down there.
Yeah,
Right
the like
down there.
button. It's also free, and it helps us feel better.
Mhm.
We're all sick
Yeah.
and hurt.
We're all injured, yeah.
Yeah.
I have
200
back
likes
pain.
and Mark's back will heal.
I wish.
You just see him jolt up like, oh my gosh!
Oh my god.
God, I wish.
Okay. Odd, interesting one, but okay. More modern in the makeshift metalcore world. Bring Me the Horizon's Kingslayer versus A Day to Remember's Mindreader.
I don't know the A Day to Remember song.
Rats! We
You
can't
would not as
do
You would
it!
still pick. You would
You
still
would pick
pick.
Kingslayer.
You would still pick Kingslayer. I
Man,
think.
it's not even close.
Okay.
It's not even close.
We won't even do
You
the
guys can
discussion.
do it. You three can do it.
No, it's
well,
not even.
no, I don't know the other song.
It's
so.
not even.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not even worth a full discussion. John, you're with me. Kingslayer is not even close to Mindreader, right?
Yeah, not
Okay.
even. It's not even in the same
No,
ballpark.
it's
it's
not.
like mind reader.
Mind reader.
Mind reader. I'm a mind reader.
Remember how
There
ma-
you go. You heard the whole song.
Yeah, you remember how mad people got at A Day to Remember, including their fans, for that album? Mindreader's one of the
Yeah.
reasons.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all.
Yeah,
There you go.
I know Mindreader. That's not
Yeah.
a good song.
Yeah.
But I don't know Kingslayer, so that's my.
Oh, okay, I
dude.
gotcha.
Oh, you
It's
gotta hear
baby metal.
Kingslayer.
It's Bring Me the
Baby
Horizon and
metal
baby
are
metal.
on it.
Yeah.
Oh no, shit. Ooh.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude. It's
Okay.
but listen to it with the intro track going into it. It sounds so good.
Yeah. Okay.
Duly noted.
Come on, stop glitching on me. There we go. And it stopped. Oh, well, speaking of breaking hearts again, not so much of the Coldplay style. Man, gonna take it real sad now. Spanish love songs Kick versus La Dispute King Park.
Oh my God.
Did everyone in the audience just hear these three grown men gasp in shock?
Wow, that was not the one I thought you were going to read. I saw one for a different one.
See,
Up
so
against the
did
Spanish
I.
love song. I did
stopped
not
on
think
this
that's
one.
where it was going.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's brutal though. Oh, I'm depressed just thinking about it.
I called it, everyone. I called it. So I have an answer. I don't like
have
picking
one
an
too.
answer, but I have an answer.
So do I. Oh my God, it's gonna be brutal talking about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is.
Everyone have one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone, we're still friends? We're okay?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay. Spanish love songs Kick. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Oh,
This is appropriate
Okay.
then.
Yeah,
This
that
is
is
appropriate.
appropriate.
Yeah.
La
it is.
Dispute
All
King
right,
Park.
gosh.
This is
1,
going to be an interesting
2,
discussion.
3.
Woof.
Okay, so
Oof.
we're gonna have La Dispute go first, just so that way I can get the poll ready while I'm doing this to save time.
Okay.
I will not
Okay.
see the results until I end the poll anyway. So,
Yeah.
okay, John, why don't you go first for La Dispute's King Park?
Okay, this is probably my favorite La Dispute song, so it's really hard to put really much of anything, especially something newer, up against it. Spanish love songs are still relatively fresh, and Kick is a fantastic song, but King Park is a jaw dropper. Like the entire sequence that is described in this song, ending with a message that gets very, very intense in regards to suicide. And it's a very, very intense tear-jerking moment, I guess would be one way to put it, because it doesn't just look at it from here's the facts situation. It's more like this is this person's life and how they get pushed to this point where they find themselves in this circumstance. It's a song where I would highly recommend having the lyrics up if you've never listened to it the first time.
Fair.
Because a huge part of this song and what makes it so great, sure, is the slowly rising crescendo in the voice of Jordan in the instrumental, but a huge part of what makes that song work is its writing. It's just so incredibly strong, a massive statement, and yeah, this one had to win out for me.
Crash, La Dispute, King
Yeah.
Park.
Yeah, again, I hate to turn away Spanish love songs Kick because that's such a good song, but again, it's the emotional weight that song particularly carries. Not that Kick isn't also a very heavy friggin' song.
Sure.
But it's also meant to be very personal. It's very introspective. It is very much about my pain and about the songwriter, the narrator's pain and what he's feeling inside. You know, it is very relatable in that sense, but it's also vague. It could be about anything. It could be about anything that could cause these kind of depressions. It's just about the mood and the feeling of depression and having to live through it. It's the narrative. It's the story that King Park tells. The story of a kid who made a bad decision, a really bad decision, a kid who made a bad decision and now is not going to survive that decision. It's so bleak. It's so dark. You could almost talk yourself into thinking, Kick, it's just about, I broke my skateboard and now I don't have feelings anymore. You know, you could, if you wanted to. If you wanted to, you could make it you could make it about something more frivolous. You cannot do that with King Park. That is about something very intense. That is about something very sad, and there's just no escaping the grim, ugly humanity behind that track. That is just raw humanity in its most kind of ugly kind of form. And like, man, it's a hard to sit through, especially if you got those genius notes up, but it's a poignant listen. It sticks to you. I don't know, it's like a really graphic and disturbing movie. It's like Apocalypse Now, or like one of those other movies that is great, but just kind of scars you afterwards. Like, shit.
Mark, I think it's time for the defense for Spanish love songs.
Glad you brought up the context of a movie alongside for King Park, because I do agree with you. I also think that's very applicable with Kick, because that movie is Requiem for a Dream. Because especially when you realize the elements that really punch out of Kick, because again, a lot of it is about the systemic progress of drug abuse, specifically heroin abuse, where you have the father figure who steps up and is going to shoot up. And then we'll talk about Jesus on the car ride home. And there's a level of not only just the elements of systematize how this gets passed down through generations and how people don't escape the cycles of addiction, and how when they try, the police are going to actively crack down on them just because for selling a little on the side. And I think there is an element of systematized pressure that drops down on Kick that makes it just feel so much more visceral to me. Like, again, it was one of my favorite songs of 2020, and I think it's one of those songs that where King Park feels individualized. It's a self-contained story. Kick is not self-contained, and that's what I think makes it so unbelievably visceral.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Contained is a good word for it. I'll try to be quick as I can. Contained is a good word for it. I use a different word. Kick is more relatable in the sense of you can attach yourself to Kick and the meaning. The whole album for Spanish Love Songs, with everything they did, and Brave Faces, everyone, Kick is a big part of that too. You are down and out. Things are awful, but we're going to push on anyway. It's miserable, but we're going to do it. The relatability of King Park is a little bit more because you are hearing the story of just brutality in such human forms. Both songs are amazing. They are a cathartic masterpiece for so many emotions, but I give it to Kick just because of that relatability and what it means. So
yeah,
that's it.
fair.
Completely fair. You like,
okay. So we ready? I haven't seen the results yet. Like, you guys might have. I have not, because I'm not looking at the chat till now. Should I end
It's
it?
super close.
Is it?
Let's find out.
Get us to 100 votes.
I don't want to sway the vote.
I just ended it. Sorry, I just ended it. So.
Ooh, 50 to 49. That must have been. It was into the little percentages. Like my something.
Goodness.
You guys see why voting's important? You get it now? You get why voting's important?
Yep. We're talking about the Georgia runoff for the Senate. Make sure you're registered if you're in Georgia, and please vote.
Please. Pretty please. Oh, but yeah, that has to be a record, y'all.
That's really, really, really close. Like, I would love to see what that boiled down to if they show you Luke in the analytics anywhere, like what the exact little percentage was, because wow.
Yeah, I think it like 95 votes, 50% Kick, 49% King Park. And I would love to know, like, I know some people may not have been able to vote, they're on mobile or something like that. Try to vote, everyone. Try to vote on these.
Yeah.
Try. Just try.
That was cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got to do that one for that. That was a perfect one.
Same.
That, I'm glad we tied for that one, because like that was
we almost tied even with the chat.
That's crazy. Exactly.
Yeah, holy
that just goes to show you how great both of these songs truly
Both
are.
of these albums are. I'm not going back to hear Wildlife by Lotus View. Please go do so.
Amazing album. Amazing.
Absolutely, yes. 100. Oh.
But a lot of you don't have a bad album, so.
Also, go see them live.
I've heard that too. I have not seen Lotus View live.
Yes,
I have not seen Lotus View live.
I saw them on the Panorama tour. So good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Great suggestion. Difficult, but good. It was worth it. Totally worth it.
A lot of good suggestions this time.
We've had a lot of good stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
Tough guys. Thank you.
Okay. Moving on. We got about 10 more minutes before our halftime, before we take our little break. Oh gosh.
Some stretches going.
We just talked about good suggestions.
Oh, Luke.
I know where this is going.
No.
Foo Fighters, My Hero, versus Chad Kroeger and Josey Scott, Hero. Anyone want to take it? Anyone?
Oh. I mean,
Spider-Man 2 is the best soundtrack of all time.
Anything else before we move on? Anything?
Not really.
Nah.
I actually don't
gonna stand
mind
here and
Hero
wait.
by Chad Kroeger, but I think some of that Stockholm syndrome because of like Canada, like
Yeah.
My Hero's a better song.
Y'all missed my dad pun, but that's
What did you say? What did you say? Sorry.
I said I'm not gonna stand here and wait. Mark got it.
Moving on. And stop. That's not even a thing. Okay. And stop. Oh, people are talking about this one because they're joking. That's why. All right. Give some more suggestions, guys. We had tons of suggestions with her up top. So. Da-da-da-da. Sorry, guys. The same Static X one just came up too. And stop. Perfect. There we go. Oh, going back to the 90s. Mid-90s, everybody. Third Eye Blind, Semi-Charmed Life versus Semisonic Closing Time.
Ooh.
Not close.
Not close for me either, but I get it.
Me either.
I see where your head's at.
But,
I see where your head's
No,
at.
this is a fair song versus song, especially for the time
It
frame.
is.
Yeah.
This works. This
We
works.
say that, but I think I know what's going to happen here.
I do too.
Third Eye Blind, Semi-Charmed Life. 1, 2, 3.
Damn.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. Yeah. I was hoping somebody would. Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
I'm fine with both, by the way, even though one of them's about a wildly darker tone. Semisonic, Closing Time. 1, 2, 3.
See, I was afraid it was going to be anonymous again. You
You guys were all.
I was almost going to do Semi-Charmed Life just to be the odd man out, but John, thank you.
Yes.
John, why don't you,
can
go?
count on me.
John, why don't you go for Semi-Charmed Life?
Oh man, that Third Eye Blind record, like I might be a little biased, but I love their first album. Like in Semi-Charmed Life, no, it's one of those songs. Just no matter how many times I hear it, it's so stupid catchy, and it really started, I think, early on my love for like upbeat songs with dark lyrics. So I really love the juxtaposition with everything that's going on with the drug use and the happier sounding melody and everything. Closing Time, amazing song. Nobody is contesting that. I'm definitely not. It is a belter. I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Mark loves to sing it at karaoke. It's a hell of a tune. I think I've just heard it maybe a little bit too much for whatever reason. So yeah, went with Semi-Charmed.
Fair enough. Okay. Crash, why don't you go ahead for Closing Time?
If you really wanted to throw a wrench in the gears for this one, you should have said Motorcycle Drive-By. Closing Time. John,
That's the vibes would match. Yeah, the vibes would be a lot.
That would have been the real contest.
And I would have picked Motorcycle Drive-By.
You see, I would have gone that way too. But I feel you. No, I'm also a big defender of the first Third Eye Blind record. It's just so catchy. It's so catchy, and it's the epitome of that mid-90s kind of stupid. That's sort of the tail end of Gen X's duh phase, and we just kind of got it. I don't know. It has ironically its charm in that kind of way. But Closing Time, it's such a simple, iconic melody. It's one of those songs that just instantly gets into your head the first time you listen to it. You are able to memorize every single lyric. You know how to play that song. It's also really easy to play on piano too. It's just one of those songs instantly attaches itself to your brain, never lets go, and never really gets that outdated. I've heard Semi-Charmed Life on the radio so many times. Like, it's a bit, even I'll admit, it's a bit kind of overworn, you know.
Yeah.
But
Closing Time isn't.
Well, I've heard Closing Time probably the same amount of times, but I'm way more warm to it. Like, I will do Closing Time at karaoke anytime I get the chance to. So yeah, bingo.
Mark, why don't you go ahead? Also speak on karaoke in case there's any
I feel I have to, because one of the funniest things ever is watching the people pick Semi-Charmed Life at karaoke and they get to the second verse.
Yes.
And
not know any of the lyrics.
No, not even know the lyrics. They recognize.
Yeah.
I thought he said math. Oh,
Doing crystal math will lift you up until you study.
Yeah. So that's the one reason I was kind of on the fence, but I gotta be honest, I love Semisonic. Like, in terms of that brand of power pop, it's entirely up my alley. Semisonic, Fountains of Wayne, that subset of like power pop bands is just my shit. So it wasn't really close.
Gotcha.
Good shit though.
And Dan Wilson is a phenomenal songwriter and producer. So
yeah, he is.
Look up his record when you get the chance.
Yeah.
That man,
it's bonkers.
That's that's kind of where I am too, just because for Closing Time, for everything for Semisonic did, he's very underrated for what he created. I mean, this song is actually about the birth of his child.
I know.
To go along with the whole wrapping up this stage of your life, closing time, one last call. Semisonic made such a great, catchy song, but it's so wild and over the top, and it's so weird to think like kids were singing along to that. I just never got over that. I mean, kids were singing along to that on the pop stations. I was one of them, and I had no idea what I was doing. And I just feel that, I don't know. I'm much more closer on this than you guys are, I think, just because I do prefer Semisonic's closing time a little bit more. I think it's just because the overexposure of Semi-Charmed Life and the do. So the do got burned in my brain. So maybe it's more personal for me. Yeah.
I just noticed that both have semi in the name. That could have been another reason.
That might have been part of it. Yeah.
Semisonics.
That's fair.
Clearly, the semi translated to Semisonic's chemistry.
Funny. We are halfway. Let's do one more because we didn't start until like a few minutes after the explanation.
Yeah.
One more. And
one last call.
Stop. We cannot do that one. And stop. Okay. It's a My Chemical Romance type of night, apparently.
All right.
Song versus song, My Chemical Romance. Helena versus I'm Not Okay. I promise.
Pretty sure we've done this.
I feel like we have too.
We have. We have.
Yeah.
We have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Just gonna move right down next. Oh. This will get a discussion.
I see a good one, but yeah, go ahead, Luke.
Skillet Monster versus 3 Days Grace, Animal I Have Become.
I don't know the Skillet song.
Oh!
Count yourself lucky.
Count yourself lucky, dude.
Feel like a I can't even do that super modded voice. It's a modded voice for the guy. It's a little rough. It's with rough.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. One more, guys. One more.
Feel like an oath keeper. I mean, monster.
Feel like a proud boy. I mean,
oh goodness. Well, he's more religious though. He's got to like throw in some of the white horse, I am the prophet type stuff.
Oh, don't.
He's on
Luke,
that.
I've been white horse.
I know it's real. He did. Here we go. Good suggestion. I don't think we've done this one before but if you have, just let me know. Linkin Park, Numb versus Breaking the Habit. Have we done that one?
It sounds
like we have.
I think we might have.
It's ringing a bell for me.
It's ringing a bell for me too.
That's fine. Let's move on. Da-da-da-da. Stop glitching YouTube. Sorry, guys.
Here.
Da-da-da-da-da. I love. Don't spam too much, guys, because that's just gonna mess it up. And
Crash. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Crash. What do you see?
Oh, I saw one that might be good. Avril Lavigne's "I'm With You" versus Paramore's "The Only Exception."
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
I do too.
Not super familiar with "I'm With You."
Sorry, I don't mean to take the ring.
I know.
Really?
I know.
What?
Oh, we need to play you that song.
Dude, that's like our best song.
Really?
I wouldn't say it's your best.
It's
but
up there. It's up there.
I like that.
Even if she hates it,
I love that the use of pronouns does not indicate whether or not this is Avril or Haley.
Oh yeah,
Just both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And we'll find one, guys. And stop. Okay, I don't think we've done this one for sure. Pearl Jam, song versus song. Black versus Daughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good one. That's a good one.
That's a fair one, too.
Yeah, it's good.
I got an answer.
I do too.
I think I do. I'm closer to the fence, though.
I'm close to the fence, but I still have an answer. So,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah.
Black. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Wow.
I don't mind that either.
Yeah,
Daughter.
I mean,
1, 2, 3.
this is like, this
It's
is
close. Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
close for me. Yeah.
When I think of Black, and I think of just how much it goes, like, takes the mood down in 10, and hearing so much variety and depthness in Eddie Vedder's voice, and hearing that these long ballads, those like isolated guitar tones, it just sticks out to me more. I love Daughter. I love the progression and volume with Eddie's delivery and all that whole song. I love the range in his voice with how heavy and hard he gets. Same time, Black still sticks out in my memory more. It's more iconic for Pearl Jam for me. That's it. So, Mark, how about for Daughter?
Daughter is one of those songs that comes off of verses and just makes you feel so sad.
It does.
It
When you know the
kinda
meaning,
just-
yes.
Yeah,
when you know what it's
God.
about, it just kind of rips your guts out a little bit. And Pearl Jam's got a couple of songs like that just especially Pearl Jam's one of the few grunge acts that I can actually trust to be somewhat decent writing around women. Nirvana was the other one. I don't trust any of the other grunge bands of that era. Sorry. But yeah, Daughter gets to places that
It does.
where it feels real, and I'm shocked the song did as well as it did.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I think it's because
Mark.
people
Yeah.
didn't know. I think that's really it.
Yeah.
People didn't know.
Well,
So
The people did that,
Thrash,
and
go
the
ahead.
people who did that, and I'll say my piece on this. That and the people who could relate to it, like if you've had to deal with that kind of family trauma, or if you've had to deal with that kind of experience, believe me, you feel every inch of what that song is coming from. Like my situation is kind of similar to that. Well, not exactly similar, but like I've dealt with some Daughter like shit in that song, and it's like, oh, that song just hits so close to home for me. It's just like, oh my God, you got me right in the, oh God, how dare you read my diary and write a hit song about it? You know, like, oh my goodness. But it's, it was one of those songs. I love Black. I can appreciate Black, but Black is also it's a bit melodramatic. It's a bit kind of, it's about losing a gal you love at the end of the day.
The debut album song.
Yeah, it's a
it is the
debut album
song. I think that's why, because the tone is so well done, though, for it. That was my argument.
Yeah.
Sorry, I won't talk over. Sorry, go ahead.
I also love just how that song is so acoustically driven. Like that song is almost all acoustics all the way through, but then they still fit in a really appropriately shreddy. It's shreddy. It's still very, very McCree. It's still very, very shreddy, but it still fits within the context of that acoustic kind of heartfelt kind of song. That's hard to pull off. That is very, very hard to pull
without
off.
it stealing the show. Yeah,
Without it stealing the
absolutely.
show, exactly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't remove from the tone. It's
Delicate balance.
It's just a perfectly written song and just a freight train to the friggin' heart.
John, for Daughter.
Yeah. I can echo similar points for most of these things, and I'm with Mark in the sense that I was really surprised going back and seeing how popular this song actually was, and you can chalk a lot of that up to, because we were talking about Semi-Charmed Life a minute ago, just in the sense that people don't pay attention to lyrics all that much. People didn't pay attention to the lyrics of Daughter, at least some people didn't, I don't think, because I don't think it would have reached as many people, but I'm glad it did. It's easily one of my favorite cuts off of Versus, but it's hard to listen to super frequently. So it's like maybe I've heard Black more, but Daughter is the more impactful song for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very fair. So, how does Black die, or get banished, or punished, or however you want to say it?
It fell on black days.
I guess.
It's not even the right band.
No,
I know, but it's
not.
grunge.
That's fair. That's fair.
That was a
I got
good,
nothing on this one.
solid
Yeah,
first.
man.
I'll just let it go. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let it go.
Polar Frozen, let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a good first hour. I know we have someone that probably needs to stretch out a little bit for their back. You feeling okay, Mark?
I'm probably gonna step up and just like go
Take
upstairs,
a-
get a water, and then
We're going to take a 2-minute little halftime. Thank you guys so much. We're getting into the super chats now. Guys, do not worry about us missing things. You don't have to keep spamming stuff. This is for super chats, though. Also, so we're going to go through these at random, and as many as we can. We will go a little extra too, like an extra 10 minutes or so past the hour, just because we will get to all of them, though, in the super chat document. So don't think you're not going to get our thoughts on something. So, 2 minutes. Take a break. Hope you're all doing well. How are you all doing? Everyone doing good? Go ahead if you need to take a break. I'm just talking to the audience.
I need to switch my headphones out
Go for
real
it.
quick.
Go for it.
I'll hang out with you, Luke. I'm
Good. John, how are things going over on your side?
Better since we started the stream.
Nice little
It's
distraction
been-
for everything.
Yeah, well, it's appropriate that you and I are here because we both got married over the past couple of months. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. And to you as well.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Gorgeous photos of you on the mountainside as well.
Thank you. And I'm really sorry that we weren't able to be there.
tried your best.
Yeah, just
I know
yeah, I
you
was about
did.
to
You're
say.
fine. You tried your
Yeah.
best. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Family emergency, just for anyone on the outside. We're like, oh, why wasn't John there? Yeah. It wasn't anything
Nothing
other
like
than
that. Nothing like
No.
that. Yeah. So thank you very much, though, everyone. Hope you all doing well. Nice background. Thank you. This is my new. We haven't done a Rock Coliseum where I am now since I'm a married man and living with Gretchen. Also, Gretchen's
it
in
looks
the chat.
good.
Gretchen's helping be mod in the chat. Gretchen is the best. Please, everyone, say Gretchen is the best in the chat. Make sure she's aware.
Gretchen,
Gretchen,
best.
you're the best. We
Thank
appreciate you. Thank you for your tireless efforts and
Thank you.
work. I hope the ribs are feeling okay.
There we go.
Yeah, seriously.
Cover all the bases. That is correct. So everything should be good. Da-da-da-da.
I still love your acoustic guitar, by the way, Luke. Roses, was it Roses that did that?
Pushing up Roses
Yeah,
on YouTube.
Roses.
Has another
Yeah.
cool video coming out, by the way. She's done a lot of awesome stuff. She is a
That
painter,
guitar's
like
sick.
sells her paintings in Chicago galleries and stuff like that. I was at her first guitar she ever did. I sent it to her because it was an old beater crap guitar. Go for it. She turned it into that. Not bad, right?
Beauty.
Yeah.
She is extremely talented.
Wish I had
really appreciate-
Talents.
She's better than I am.
Mark, when are you getting a guitar in
Some
your
of my
background,
stuff
man?
Play guitar.
Apparently, that's a thing that we all do.
I don't play guitar. My piano is upstairs.
To be fair,
We'll put it in the background.
yeah. To be fair, I play bass, and my bass is back there though. So
Right.
yeah. So
So Rose's work, the beautiful Luke guitar, very, very oceany, very lovely vibes.
yes.
This is a piece of my artwork. It's it's Mario with a glowing ass. You know, I
The
think it
expressions
speaks
of
for
Crash
itself.
Thompson do not reflect anyone else in the Rock Coliseum at this time.
Is that Chris Pratt?
It's me, Mario. Let's go,
It's
Louis.
a me. It is a me, Mario.
Let's go,
Let's a go.
Let's go, Luigi. Let's go save them.
Luigi.
Yeah,
Let's-
Luigi.
Let's stomp 'em the Goomba. I am the Morrow. I'm Italian.
Tomorrow.
Garfield in theaters, July 2023.
He's gonna be a terrible Garfield.
Oh,
See,
yeah,
that's
he
the one
is.
that's the one that pisses
Bill
me
Murray
off.
did that, and come on.
Yeah.
Lorenzo Music. Lorenzo
Yeah.
Music
The
is
original?
the only Garfield. in
Yeah.
my
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
only
go.
one. Only true Garfield.
Guys, it is time. If everyone's ready for the glorious, nightmarish, chaotic super chat document, I don't know what to expect. It's gonna be wild. They're read at random.
Some doozies.
So, da-da-da-da. Let me get this up. Thank you guys very much again. Da-da-da-da. And boom, boom. Also, just wanted to plug Emperor Tiger Star is in the chat too. He has an amazing history channel on YouTube with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, like legit maps and history and stuff. Very entertaining stuff. Check his channel out. He's been engaging in chat as well.
Hey.
Here we go. And yes, and stop. Oh,
Oh no.
No,
That's a bad sign.
you guys are fine. Song versus song, Shinedown song versus song. I have to be careful, apparently.
Oh no, dude, you're within striking distance now too. Oh.
That's true.
Oh,
I didn't think
you.
about that. Oh my
Oh no, she's still in the chat. She's still in the chat, dude. Oh, she'll even with those broken ribs, you know she'll leap through
Oh,
a
I know.
window or
You
something.
don't think I'm afraid for my life right now? You don't think I don't know that?
She's gonna send the cat in. Ivan's coming.
Ivan Stickum.
Ivan the Terrible.
Shinedowns, I Dare You versus Second Chance.
Okay.
Bow out. I
Okay.
don't know either song that well.
Okay.
I could do this. I could do this.
Okay, so who can do this? Sorry.
I can do this.
Okay, gotcha. So, I Dare You. 1, 2,
I'm
versus
sorry, it
Second
was I
Chance.
Dare You versus
Second Chance.
Chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I Dare You. 1, 2, 3. Okay, fair enough. Second Chance. 1, 2, 3.
I discovered I remembered Second Chance.
There you go. Off my favorite album from Shinedown, that would be The Sound of Madness. Second Chance is that stadium rock sing-along style. It does a good job of so much with that. That was where Shinedown blew up. And I like I Dare You
Yeah.
as well, by the way. So,
Second Chance was their Hot 100 hit.
yes.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
they're probably their
that
biggest
was-
song.
They
I think.
had
It was
a
Hard
at
to
that point.
beat, really.
Yeah. So, that's just for me. So,
Mm.
John, or anyone else, like, the second round's going to be more free for them. Anyone have any thoughts they want to shout out about either song?
I'll make it super quick, considering I haven't ever gotten to talk about "I Dare You" before. I don't think I really like this song. This is one of my first Shinedown songs from back in the day. I really like Brent's voice on the chorus. It's just very, I don't know. It's kind of one of those motivational type songs for me that kind of clicks and works. I like Second Chance, but I guess it came with the territory at the time with it being such a big hit. It was overexposed as hell to me. So.
I got you.
I got tired of it.
I got you. That's fair. Okay. Crash, how about you for Second Chance?
Going back to that point about Brent, and this is something I've talked about in my own videos, Brent kind of has this tendency to oversing sometimes. And I feel like I Dare You, especially in that chorus where he's like, I dare you to go far. He's going a little too extra, in my opinion. Just a little too extra. Like Second Chance is a bit more level, it's a bit more grounded. He's giving the right amount of energy, You don't always have to, he doesn't always have to give 150%. Sometimes all you need is 125, and Second Chance is like 125. It's about right where it needs to be in my book. It's a good song.
Yeah. Mark, anything for Second Chance?
Very short thoughts here. Second Chance is good at karaoke. It surprises people at karaoke.
Okay.
I gotta be honest, like, it's one of those songs I stick up for more than I think some people expect.
Okay.
Because I think that I remember putting that on my favorite hit songs of 2009, and I remember I got so much backlash for putting it on that list.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's a good song.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, it's a good song.
It's a good song.
Interesting.
I'm sitting here playing it in my head,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you know what? Can I change my answer?
Also, I just want to say, also,
it's really good.
We called the names for Super Chats. I forgot to do that. That was from Stephen Pauls. Don't know how to pronounce last names because I don't know how to pronounce everything, but thank you, Stephen, for that suggestion. That was a good one. So, moving on. Thank you, guys. We go with these at random and stop. Our first Fleetwood Mac suggestion.
Yeah, we knew these were coming.
Yeah. Bring it.
Huh?
What do we
Make
got?
sure I got this. Da-da-da-da. Why are you glitching? There we go. I'm very sorry. It keeps glitching the crap out of me. YouTube, get your stuff together. I gave you one compliment earlier, and this is what you do.
Yeah,
This
And
is
they're
what
like,
you do.
oh, Susan heard that.
Yeah, Susan heard that. You're getting
gosh.
Wachowski'd.
Wachowski. Oh, don't give her a verb.
Is that how you say it? I don't know.
Goodness.
Wachowski.
From J.S. King, Fleetwood Mac, Hold Me versus Everywhere. Quotes with an RIP quotation after that. Thank you very much, J.S. King. So, Hold Me versus Everywhere.
Do I know what's...
Yeah, I was just.
I'm drawing a blank.
I was just like, wait,
how does Hold On go?
Okay, hang on. Yeah, let me see it. Am I
Hold Me.
thinking of the right song here?
Yeah, let me double check myself too.
I might need to exclude myself
Okay.
from this. Okay, yeah, this is... I might need to exclude myself from this. I don't know my
okay.
80s Mac as well, so
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
can do this one.
apologies, guys. I'm out for this round.
Okay. John, for Hold Me. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Mark, did you have one too for this one?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
everywhere.
Everywhere for
Yeah,
me too.
same.
Sorry. Yeah, same. Any quick
Wanna
thoughts?
be with you everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Timeless.
It's
Yes.
timeless.
Yes. So, I don't think we need to say anything else on this one.
Yeah.
Very good thing. So, da-da-da-da. And we're gonna go to the next one from Emperor Tiger Star. Who I just understand. Thank you very much. Also, Fleetwood Mac one. This is 2 songs from Christy, excuse me. Little Lies versus You Make Loving Fun.
That's
I know my answer, but both are fantastic.
Oh,
great. Oh, I hate to even pick.
People don't realize how many songs she wrote in this band, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah, she wrote a lot.
True.
She wrote a lot.
Ooh.
So, everyone have an answer?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
For Little Lies. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay. And Crash.
Okay, I'll be the odd man out.
That's
I'll
fair.
be the odd man
This
out,
is not
yeah.
a bad one to be odd man out for, to be fair.
I mean,
You Make Loving
not
Fun.
at all.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Crash, you're the dissenter. Why don't you go first?
I mean, I love Lies. I love Sweet Little Lies. It's got such a nice chorus, but I mean, it is a nice. I guess it's just my sort of. I don't hate '80s Fleetwood Mac. I'm just not as educated on '80s Fleetwood Mac. See, that '70s, that mid to late '70s run, from the self-titled to Tusk, is about where my Fleetwood Mac appreciation really lies. And man, that is such a great cut from the self-titled.
No, that's Rumors.
No, that's Rumors.
Rumors.
That's
Yeah.
Rumors. Okay, my mistake.
No, I get it.
But no, yeah. Well, again, it's off of Rumors. Like Rumors is just that is
I
a
know.
solid gold from back to front, y'all. That there's hardly a miss on that entire record.
The
Yeah.
funny thing
And
is
that's-
that I'll give Rumors a 10 out of 10. Like, and I do legit believe, like, I don't score albums anymore, but that is a classic
Yes, it
all
is.
the way down.
Absolutely.
It's hard to argue against that now, but I do like Little Lies a little more. That's kind of my
Here,
shit.
guys,
I'm
don't
the
worry.
same way.
Sorry, my battery died.
It's
Oh.
okay. I just figured it ate a moment to think about Fleetwood Mac because these are both good songs. So
It's true.
Yeah,
I get it. I get it.
This is a tough one. This is
And I stick up for
genuinely
Tango
tough.
in the Night a lot more than most because, again, like, that was. I
I'm with
like
you.
80s Mac, especially because there's been so much of a revival for 80s Mac as of recently.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very true.
That car commercial had Everywhere in it and kind of got it
Yeah.
big again. They had that TikTok hit with, well, I guess that was a 70s song. Wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that was Don't
Dreams.
Stop.
That
Or
was
Dreams,
Dreams.
yeah.
yeah. Awesome.
But even still, like, you can realize exactly what a whole subset of, like, soft rock bands are pulling from now. A lot of it is 80s Mac.
it is.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, which is fair.
They
Which
were a
is
much
fair.
bigger generation than a lot of people realize. So
Yes. I agree.
we're not punishing anything in Fleetwood Mac tonight.
It's-
Get out
no,
of here.
no,
Get
no,
out of here.
No way.
no,
No
not
way.
today.
Get it.
Not even,
Not today,
not
right?
even a chance.
Saving my
Less than-
Mirage rant for another time.
Okay, fair enough. From Cinematic Sterling, that's a name. Rob Zombie's Dragula versus Rammstein's Du Hast.
Oh my.
Okay.
Ooh.
I actually
Interesting.
not a bad little
Interesting.
verses. It's not a bad
Not
one.
bad at all.
I got to sit this one out. Sorry
Yeah,
for,
okay.
I
That's
don't
fair.
know the second.
Oh, okay. All right.
Du Hast. Du Hast.
Du
That
hast
one.
mich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for Rob Zombie's Dragula, 1, 2, 3. That's the
okay.
And
I figured somebody would be a Duha. I figured somebody would stick up for Rammstein.
I like other Rammstein songs better than Du Hast, even though Du Hast is
That's-
a radio thing.
That's what it is.
This is
It's
Rob
just-
Zombie's bread and butter, though. This is
Yeah.
Rob Zombie's Dragula. So
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
Dragula's
dude,
also got a little bit more groove to it. It's got like
It does.
a swing to it.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the big problem here. Du Hast isn't even really Rammstein's best song.
No, it's not.
It's one of their more popular ones here in the States, at
Yes.
least. But it's not even close to.
It's tremendously fun.
It is fun.
sure,
It
yeah.
is a very fun one. Yes.
Like, go to any goth night. Any goth night, even if they're even if they say like Rammstein's not goth, I'm like, fuck it, we're still playing Du Hast.
Yeah,
You
come
can
on
still
now.
get away with Du Hast.
No one's complaining
You
about
always
that,
get away
yeah.
with Du Hast. Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna throw you out for that.
Yeah.
No.
Good one. But I think that's a good argument, though. That's a good suggestion.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very.
Thank you very much. Da-da-da-da. And we go on from Ayatollah of Carrot Rock and Rolla, Kraut Rock and Rolla. Wow, that's a mouthful.
Okay.
Big Black Kerosene versus Hawkwind Silver Machine.
I don't know
I'm-
the Hawkwind.
That's-
I don't know the Hawkwind.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I've heard the
I'm
Big
out
Black
of it.
song.
I'm
but
out
I
of
don't-
either, so I
I'm
apologize.
sorry.
Thank you.
Song.
Thank you for the suggestion in Super
Big
Chat.
Black song is good. I will definitely.
There we
check
go,
on
there we
for
go.
that. Yeah,
Yes.
but I haven't heard the Hawkwind. Sorry.
Gotcha. Okay. From Dayton Hamilton, AFI song versus song.
Ooh.
We have not done this one, I don't think. Girls Not Grey versus Miss Murder.
Ooh, I see where you're at. I see where
Mhm.
you're at.
Mhm,
I get it.
mhm.
Yeah. So, everyone got an answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Girls Not Grey. 1, 2, 3.
I almost hate not giving it a thumb, but yeah.
I know.
Mm.
I get it. No, John, I get it too. So, and for Miss Murder. 1, 2, 3.
Miss Murder.
That sing along in the chorus just always gets me. It always gets me.
It's
So.
it's hard to deny. I will say, Girls Not Grey, or Sing the Sorrow is the better record.
Yeah.
overall.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
By a long
For
shot.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, they
Miss
poured
Murder is
all-
a hell
they-
of a single.
Yes.
December Underground. They poured a lot of that album's best energy into Miss Murder. It
Fair.
does pay. It also helps that video is one of the best damn videos of the early 2000s.
That set them up
Yes.
real well.
That was my first AFI video I ever saw.
Yes, it's too good. It's too good of a video. Oh,
Baby's look was
Yeah.
just incredible.
It became iconic at that point too. That video itself, back when if you put work into a music video, it set you up for a long time.
Yeah.
Especially in that era.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
Exactly.
would remember.
So
Yeah.
good. That was a good one. Good suggestion. I like that one.
good.
So
Good one. Yep.
from Kaylasaurus. Oh yes, Kaylasaurus was the one that did the Static X one before. So now we're gonna do.
All right.
What
Okay.
do we got?
Good,
What do we got?
good. Sticking to your guns there. Push It from Static X versus When Worlds Collide from Powerman 5000.
Yeah, about.
Ooh.
I'm out.
Oh, really? Okay.
Really? Okay. This is a good one, though.
This is a
really
very good one. Yes.
It's a very good one.
They are
Yeah.
not only are they right in the same wheelhouse, they went on tour together this year with
Oh,
Rob Zombie
yeah.
and Mudvayne.
I remember.
So, yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Yep,
Oh,
right?
That is a past the Metamucil kind of tour.
It is. It is.
No one in that crowd is
take
under
it
40.
You-
ditches.
you take the ibuprofen before you go to the show. That type of
Oh,
crowd.
yeah.
So yeah. By the way, for those who don't know, Powerman 5000, the singer Spider One, original member of White Zombie and younger brother of Rob Zombie.
Mhm.
So that's the
I did
relation.
not know that.
Yep. And Static X, Wayne Static. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Crash, just you and me. Push it. 1, 2, 3.
I kind of hate to, but I have to give it to Powerman.
I'm the
I think
same.
I'm
When
gonna-
Worlds Collide.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
just-
Wisconsin
it's-
Desert, but as song versus
yeah.
song, that's it. So it's When Worlds Collide.
Man, When Worlds Collide, that is like the best song Powerman would ever do. But
yes.
man, it's
and
that,
also-
that chorus
Yeah.
is so iconic. Oh.
Also, and when you think of new metal, like how so much new metal is aged, when you hear When Worlds Collide, you don't think it's aged. You're jumping around having fun.
Yeah. See, yeah, that's the thing. I could see if a different band, if someone wanted to cover When Worlds Collide, they could make it happen.
I don't know.
You'd have to work with it. You would have to do some tweaking to it.
I guess.
I could see that one working. You couldn't do that with Push It. Push It is just
No, you couldn't.
locked
I agree.
in that early 2000s, even that late 90s, because I think that's technically a 99 track, isn't it? Like that is that is that early 90s new metal, and it's so caustic and it's so indicatively, in a way I respect it because it is indicatively a Static X song.
Okay.
No other band could have made that song.
I tell you what, if we get to 230 likes, Mark will go and open a new tab and listen to Push It from Static X and see how long he lasts.
I'm telling you, Mark, you'll despise this
You won't
fucking
like
song.
it.
I love it.
I
but you'll
love the
hate
whole
it. It's one of those
album.
songs I know you'll hate it.
I know, yeah. It's just
Why do you assume I will hate
I know
things?
you might not hate it. You might not hate it. You might
Maybe
not.
not. I won't. Okay, I won't say you absolutely will. Maybe it'll. But
I will open the Genius tab alongside of it to follow the
that
lyrics.
won't help.
That won't help.
I
wouldn't recommend
promise you.
The lyrics. Oh, I forgot Static X lyrics. Oh my god.
Oh,
There's some bands where it's just like maybe don't pull up the Genius.
I kind of want to see the explanations for this. This could be
Oh
very
yeah,
interesting.
you're gonna need an explanation, all right.
Well, see, there's a thing, and they push the thing.
Yeah, they push it. You push
Is it the sort of thing like pushing the sled when I'm doing CrossFit? Like,
Yes, and actually,
Yeah,
you
you
should
pu-
listen
yeah,
to
you
that
push it.
song while you're doing CrossFit because it'll get you to push
That-
it.
You know
It'll
what?
heal your
Yeah,
back.
It's a great song, sure.
God, I hope so. Just answered everything.
Oh,
Good
don't tell 'em.
suggestion. Good suggestion, Kaylasaurus. That is a very good one.
Yeah, very good one.
We're
Very good. I
200
respect that one.
218 likes right now. So if you want Mark to do it, you got to go to 230 though. So
Yeah,
Well,
we're almost there. We're actually at 221.
221
Come on,
now. I just saw
it's
it.
right
Okay.
there. It's right there.
Super chat from Drew Little. I bought my tickets for Amon Amarth at Seattle, a gift to myself after a hectic year, and can't wait. Awesome. I saw Amon Amarth a couple years back. A lot of fun. A lot of
Yeah,
fun.
that's a good live show.
Fun.
Have fun. It'll be a fun time.
Also, if they do the boat, like row the boat in the middle, and they sit down with a circle pit around it, make sure you take part. That's a once in a lifetime thing. Once in a lifetime. Thank you very much, everyone. Also doing well. From Brandon Barenfeld, Mae the Everglow title track versus Let It Die. Mae versus Mae. I have to sit this one out.
Yeah,
I think this is the only
one.
one I think I'm the only one who could probably do this. And I'll just say Everglow. It's
Okay.
it's I mean, I'll just keep it nice and brief for y'all. The Everglow is the Everglow. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like My Chemical Romance's Black Parade. It's untouchable. Like, very, very little is going to be able to touch that. If you know, it's one of those if you know kind of things. But Mae's Everglow, just, yeah. That's all I got. A second homework, extra credit assignment for y'all. Dig up the Everglow. Just dig it. Just no more than that.
We've given a lot of good suggestions over the years with Rock Coliseum. Hopefully, you guys clean something out of these.
Yeah,
for good suggestions. Yeah. Also, push it from Static X, which we're now at 232. So, Mark,
those are two very different vibes.
Mark,
yes.
oh my gosh, Mark, if you're up for it, please open a new tab and see how long you have. Yeah, we want a live.
Yeah, why not?
We're doing a silent disco.
Yeah.
Hey, the people have spoken. They want it.
Let me get it. Hang on. Static X.
Because, and while he's looking it up, John and Crash, how would you describe Static X to someone who hasn't heard Static X? Think about that.
The name kind of says it all.
I guess.
That's true. Okay, how about this? I found them through a Need for Speed game.
Yeah,
not bad.
I found them through a PlayStation 1 skateboarding game.
Yeah, this was PS1 genre.
That wasn't Tony Hawk. It was one of the rip-off Tony Hawks.
I gotcha.
Yeah. You know what? I have the perfect description for how to show Mark what this band is. Y'all won't see this, but I'm going to drop something into our Discord chat.
I can't see it because it'll mess up the OBS, but if you guys want to say it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take a look.
I'm just gonna drop that in. That says everything you need to know about this band's music.
Oh man. Wow.
That is their frontman, Wayne.
Yep.
Y'all, if y'all want to play at home, just Google their frontman, Wayne Static. Rest in peace.
I was about to say R.I.P. He died a few years ago.
2014. He kept that hairstyle all the way through his career too.
Yep. Kind of like the guy from Motion City Soundtrack that always had that huge hair.
Mm-hmm. Mark, any thoughts?
I got about halfway through that.
Okay. It was so good that you had to stop yourself because you were getting too into it. Okay, good.
It was bad.
Okay.
A few thoughts. Number one, apparently the song is about drugs.
Yeah.
Like doing drugs, and like you can tell that you could tell somebody wrote that song after doing like 4 or 5 lines.
Yeah, a lot of Static X's oeuvre is kind of in that vein.
Yeah, so I get that vibe. The grooves are decent. It's a little repetitive.
Yep. It's
Not
part
especially-
industrial too with some of their songs. They're deeper cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the industrial rock side kind of made it work for me. Like I'm kind of into that, and the music video. That is got some of the most.
Oh, I forgot.
No. That's bad. That's bad even by new metal standards. So
I don't know if I've seen the video before.
No, it's bad.
That is
it's of its time. It's dated. It's
very of its time.
That is some late '90s computer graphics. Like,
yep.
I played that game on the Microsoft Gaming Zone. Like,
oh, okay.
Mark, I told you I found this band through a PlayStation 1 game, right? That's just,
I believe it.
Absolutely, right?
This is PlayStation 1 core for sure.
Oh yeah.
PS1 core.
PS2 core, because that's what they went all metal. Like you can tell there's a difference between PS1 and PS2 core.
There is, yes.
Yeah.
Both are classic.
It's almost 3DO core. I kind of love it.
Yeah.
3DS.
That's the hipster though. No one has heard of the 3DO core.
No one's heard of the 3DO core. Yeah.
Good suggestion.
I didn't hate that. That was fine.
Yeah. That's probably their most famous song.
Okay, now imagine every single song you ever write is like that, and you do it for like literally 20, 25 years, and that's Static X.
At least 15 years, at least.
You can make jock jams out of that, like Lil Jon did.
Kind of a little bit.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of how they got around. A lot of their stuff ended up on like sports game soundtracks and stuff too.
I get it.
Fun fact: Wayne Static did have at least one solo album, and it sounded just like that too. So.
Wow.
Yeah, so, I love it. I love Wisconsin Death Trip, though. That's the album. From Nicholas Gallagher, Linkin Park's Breaking the Habit versus Tool's Sober.
Ooh, okay.
Interesting comparison.
Yeah, that's comparison. I'm trying to find the common connection there.
I'm drawing a blank on it, too.
One, but
very different vibes.
Yes.
I appreciate a challenge.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Everyone have an answer.
Yep.
God.
I think I do.
Okay.
Yes.
John?
I do.
They're very different.
Yeah,
they're very, very
I
different.
know. It's not even apples to oranges. This is like two different food groups you're trying to compare.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Linkin Park's Breaking the Habit. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
Wow.
I'll play Odd Man Out this
Yeah.
round. I will play Odd Man Out. Sure.
And Tool's Sober. 1, 2, 3. Crash for Sober, please.
Again, I do love. Again, this is very different vibes, and I do love Breaking the Habit.
Sure.
I will just say that it's not Breaking the Habit isn't a song I go back to all that often. It's a song I appreciate. It's a song I respect.
Yeah.
But unless I'm really sitting through, that's a Meteora track, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Unless I'm sitting through Meteora just back to front, I usually don't seek that song out on my own. You know,
Mhm.
It's just, oh yeah, this is one of the last songs on Meteora. Okay, nice way to wrap up the album. I don't go looking for it. Sober, I'm also a big Tool fan, so that's also
Same.
just kind of, I'm more leaning toward, I love my Tool, I'm that guy, I'm sorry, but it is like, I just appreciate that song more. That was also a much more important song for them. That was one of their first big singles that broke. That song is very important to their history. It's kind of a rough listen.
It is a little bit.
When
When you know. Yeah.
When you know what it's
Yeah.
when you know what it's about. Well, I mean, all of Tool's earliest stuff was pretty grisly, but yeah, I don't know. It's just more just where I come from personally. I just kind of vibe a little bit more with Sober than I do with Breaking the Habit, even though they're both great songs. I do love Breaking the Habit. No disrespect.
Right. I totally get that. For me, for Breaking the Habit, it's because that is such a like I guess for Meteora, which is my favorite Linkin Park album. We all had that classic moment a few years ago where we all lost our minds because we all thought Meteora was better than Hybrid Theory, and I still feel that way.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Same.
Tool, I love Tool. Sober, I don't feel is their best song. I feel Tool shines so much more in other albums, even that album too, with different songs, proving what they can do, even though Tool has such a good sing-along with that, and so deep and personal for Maynard. Breaking the Habit, that is a Chester classic. That is what you want to define Chester with, as Chester Bennington, as being such a voice of that generation and that style for Breaking the Habit. So they're both very good demonstrations, but Breaking the Habit shows off more of what Linkin Park's all about than Tool Sober at their best, if that makes sense. I don't know if I said that appropriately. Mark, how about you?
Well, you guys are all Tool fans. I'm not really, so this became pretty easy.
Fair.
Like,
Fair.
Breaking the Habit
Yeah.
kind of
Fair.
wins this by a comfortable margin for me.
Yeah.
Okay. John?
I think I've said a similar thing in the past, but Breaking the Habit was just a very integral song for my coming of age days, and it helped me a lot, especially back then. And I do find myself still coming back to that one. I love Tool's Sober as well. It's one of my favorite tracks on their debut, but when it's one of those things you were talking about, Mae Everglow. It's going to be hard for things to go up against it. It's like that for me with Breaking the Habit. It's going to be hard for a lot of things to top that for me.
Completely fair.
Fair. Understandable. Good suggestion. It was an odd one, but it was a good one. So
Yeah.
that makes sense. I didn't feel like it was a trolly one or a dumb one. if that
No.
makes sense. So,
Again, I always appreciate a challenge, and that was definitely a challenge.
and that's fine. I appreciate those too. So from Chris Doman. Hey, Chris Doman. Against Me's Thrash Unreal versus the Replacements Bastards of Young. I have to sit this one out.
Ooh.
I'm not super familiar with everything the Replacements. So
Yeah, same here. I was about to say, can I jog my memory
I'm
on
not.
that? What was the Replacements track?
the Replacements Bastards of Young.
Okay. Let me sample this and see if I...
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is this?
Oh.
Is this the song I think it is? I just need a little refresh myself.
Okay, I can do this. Yeah.
Yeah, I could have too.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'll let you guys take it. For Against Me, Thrash Unreal. 1, 2, 3.
Oh. Okay.
Not close.
Yeah, it's not close. Sorry.
Fair.
Thrash Unreal is
It's
incredible.
a little closer for me, but I mean, Thrash Unreal again, hard to beat. Hard to beat Thrash Unreal.
Oh, the opening lines of that song. If she wants,
to dance and drink all night. Well, there's no one that can stop her. Oh, my God,
she's going.
Tell her.
Not the
Oh my God,
best
we just gonna do a
karaoke tonight.
karaoke?
Not the best karaoke I've heard, but
There's a slight delay, okay.
I'll just blame Comcast. It's Comcast's
Yeah,
fault.
there
they
you go.
ordered
It's
Sing.
Comcast.
It's all Comcast's fault.
Yes.
Yeah.
From Rid PR, we got You Ought to Know versus Ironic, Alanis Morissette song versus song.
Oh, okay.
The classics, You Ought to Know versus Ironic.
Okay.
Thoughts? Everyone got one?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was tricky for me, but I got one.
Yeah. You Ought to Know. 1, 2, 3. I almost thumbs up because I didn't. I was going to go for Ironic. So, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm for Ironic.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Ironic.
Ironic, but you could tell I was right on
I am the
fence.
same.
I was
So-
right on the fence there. Maybe that ain't fair.
I'm going to make a quick poll. Quick. You guys better be ready to vote. All you three, if you would like to give your thoughts on either song, go for it. Just shout it out.
I'll go real quick on Ironic. Again, I know we've all made jokes about how it isn't really irony and how Alanis needs to look up what that word means. But again, it's got a nice premise. You know what she's doing. You know what she's attempting to do. And it's very well, it's very well pulled off. Her vocal range is so nice in that song. She goes from super soft, super melancholy to like that full blast range. And she does go full blast on You Ought to Know, but she's a bit more flexible on this song. And I kind of appreciate that. It's just also got a sweet melody to it too. It's such a sinisterly sweet kind of song.
That's a good way to put it, Crash, because I was just thinking, I was like, the melody might stand out to like a little bit more on that track, but I think it's the seething anger of You Ought to Know that wins me over. It's just, I don't know, just the way that song builds up to that epic chorus. It just is larger than life. It's huge.
Really good at that. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that the chorus on Ironic isn't big either, but I mean, this one is angry on You Ought to Know.
It goes there.
Yeah.
I think You Ought to Know is aged better, in my opinion. I think there's a little bit more like crunch behind it. And again, the verse is one of those songs that if you get the right person doing on karaoke, will just knock it out of the park. The other thing, one reason I kind of like You Ought to Know a little bit more, and this is a deep cut, a late season in How I Met Your Mother basically had Robin transition from Robin Sparkles into Robin Daggers, and she did a version of You Ought to Know at a Grey Cup performance because they were leading into the whole Canadian shit. And I kind of loved the callbacks because if you knew what they were looking to specifically do and you knew enough about Alanis, it was kind of perfect. I kind of loved it.
Okay. I'll just throw one more final thing before I close the poll. Just for Ironic, just because it is so much more perfectly capturing of that time. And it helped Alanis elevate a little bit more. And it's just so fun to sing along with that chorus. Also, on my wedding day, it did rain. Do you know how many people brought this up to me? It's like rain on your wedding day.
How did I just
Isn't
now
it
realize?
ironic?
I was at your wedding and I didn't even make that
So
connection. Oh my goodness.
Many people said that.
Oh.
It stopped right before the ceremony.
No,
too.
it stopped right before the ceremony, thank God.
It was
But
beautiful, but yeah, oh my gosh, so many people from the moment we woke up. So, yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, poll. You all decided. Not even close. Not even close.
Really?
96 votes. You ought to know. Oh, I got to end it.
Yeah.
100. Yeah, duh. 100 votes. 68%. You ought to know.
Yep.
So
I had a
over
feeling,
2/3,
but
and that's
it's
fine.
fine.
I'm not upset by that. So
Not upset about that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
good one. Good one that we haven't done before by a long shot.
Yeah.
So good one. Good
Yeah.
for that. Good for that.
Very good. Very good.
From Amanda Mitchell. Ooh, Foo Fighters song versus song. Big hitters. Everlong versus The Pretender.
Ooh.
I'm not sure that's fair.
I appreciate what this is, though. These are very different
Why?
for Foo Fighters, but I appreciate what this is. I have an answer.
Ooh.
I do too.
I do too.
John?
Yep. I got you.
Everlong. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got another tie. That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, this will be good. This will be good.
The Pretender. 1, 2, 3.
Yep. Pretender.
That's
Right here.
fair.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Team
I'll let you
Pretender over
guys
here.
take it. Mark, why don't you first defend Everlong?
Do I have to defend Everlong? It's a classic.
It is.
I mean,
It's the best song from their best album. I have an argument that it's their best song, period. I can argue it's an iconic song that came out in that late 90s moment and just captured a zeitgeist in such a phenomenal way. Killer karaoke song, a phenomenal slow build. The pacing of that song is so good, especially as it fades out after the second chorus and just seething and just like builds up that second build up and just allows you to crash back in, lets you recover your vocal cords and take like a long swig of beer. Really helps. Yeah, Everlong's a classic. It's not close for me.
Crash for The Pretender.
oh, see, and again, you're not wrong about Everlong. It is a damn good song. But again, I love Pretender because that was a song. I remember Foo Fighters were kind of in like kind of a limp streak around that time. You know, they had released what was the album?
In Your Honor.
In Your Honor
Yeah.
was kind of flabby.
Right.
The record before that was also a little
Yeah.
I think people were starting to write off Foo Fighters, or they were like, okay, whatever, Foo Fighters. They're just kind of mid now. But then they came back with The Pretender, that first song off of Echo's Silence, Patience and Grace. And you know, everything you said about Everlong, I could almost say that about Pretender too. Only
I think it's a classic.
it goes even louder. It goes
Yeah.
even harder. Like, man, that chorus, what if I say I'm not like the others? It's just screaming, straight screaming almost all the way through that chorus. And I don't know. It just feels so much more bombast and so much. You know what? I will say, Everlong is the more iconic song. Everlong is the one that's going to go in the history books. But man, I don't know. You give me a choice. I've heard Everlong so many times, you know. I don't know. Maybe that's it too. Maybe I'm just so burnt out on Everlong. People don't show as much respect for The Pretender, and I really feel like they should because it's also a damn good jam.
I love The Pretender is one of Foo Fighters' top 10, but Everlong might be number 1. And the reason why it's also one of the best love songs of all time. That is a love song, just going through the rush and feeling and the expression of all that too. Don't stop when I say when, you know, just keep going together. You keep grab each other by the hand and you keep going together.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a Graduate style love song.
Sure. Well, wait, what? John?
Like the end of The Graduate.
Okay. John, go for it first.
The Pretender, I feel like, okay, it's 15 years old now. I think it's a classic. I think it's one of their classic moments that they've had in their discography. It's an incredible song. I remember the moment that song came out, and Crash is right. They kind of were in a lull where people were doubting them at that time. That song came out. I remember sitting there listening to that with my friend for the first time, and he had a drum kit, and he picked it up immediately, started trying to play along to the song. It's so much fun. I will always have such phenomenal memories with that banger. Fair. And Everlong, a huge staple for them, of course, as well. But The Pretender, just for me, is the song that I listen to more often.
Fair enough. I get it, too, and I love The Pretender. These are great choices. This is a good versus. Anything else before I click on the button? I'm going to end it.
Nothing for me. Go ahead. We got 128 votes for this one. So
wow. People are passionate.
Yeah, what do we got?
128 votes. Everlong, 63% to The Pretender, 36.
Well, we argued it up from like 20% when I looked, Crash.
We did our best.
And good arguments, by the way.
They were good arguments. I understand, though, you know, not much is going to beat Everlong.
Fair.
You know, it's completely fair.
Thank you guys so much. Keep it coming. We're going to go through a few more. They are read at random, by the way. One of those just came in, too, so definitely keep them coming. Let me do this. And we've done that one before, I'm sure. Someone else did Helena versus I'm Not Okay. No, I know we've done that before. Okay.
Yeah.
From Stephen Paulus. Silver Sun Pickups, Lazy Eye versus Panic Switch. 2 Silver Sun Pickup songs.
Ooh.
Yes.
Arguably the most well-known, both of them.
I got this.
I have a decision too.
I'm excited for this one, actually.
Okay.
I am too.
Crash, you good?
I'm good. I'm just a little torn.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
No, I feel that
I'm
completely.
good.
Okay. For Lazy Eye from Silver Sun Pickups. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay.
And for Panic Switch. 1, 2, 3. Fair enough.
That man. Ooh.
It's close for me. Mark, why don't you go? Just quick thoughts about Lazy Eye.
I mean, for me, Lazy Eye was the song that got me into Silver Sun Pickups. Like, it was the song that just kind of been a little iconic of theirs, just in terms of, again, the slow build, how it really cultivates its sound really effectively, and that guitar riff is so good in terms of just that jangling patter that really comes off of it and how it well paces itself. It's one of those tracks that, to me, always sticks with me. Panic Switch, I mean, it's good, but it always kind of bounced off me in a weird way. It never clicked the way it felt like it should.
Fair enough. John, you gave the double thumbs up for Panic Switch.
I think Panic Switch is a masterpiece. Lazy Eye is a classic for them too, I think, and it really did get them off the ground and started a groundswell, I guess you could say, for their popularity. But Panic Switch, they came back, and I believe that was the lead single from their second album.
Swoon, yeah, Swoon.
Yep.
Yeah, Swoon, and wow, what a statement! I remember seeing that video and hearing that song and that bass line for the first time, and I was like, a little bit hypnotized and awestruck, and that song is still one that I come back to frequently.
Yeah, fair enough. Crash, thoughts?
I mean, all I gotta say is just it's that opening bass line, that bow 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 bow.
Yes, the bass.
Bow, bow,
Yes.
bow. That and the drums on that song are so kinetic and just so tippy tappy. I love those little. The way
Intro of the song is so good. It holds
good.
you just enough suspense.
Exactly, man. That song just it's one of those songs where the intro is so good they could almost just fuck around and do whatever the hell they wanted.
And that
rest of
payoff
the
at the
song,
end with the
It
waiting and
does.
fading and floating away.
See, my
So
thing,
good.
and my thing is more that bridge. When that bridge hits, it just drops so quiet when it's just the bass, and then it's just it's a faint until this explosion. It's such a good delivery and payoff for me. That's my thing, because I think all points have been said. I like both. Panic Switch instrumentally hits a lot harder. Side note: has anyone else seen Silver Sun Pickups live?
Haven't had
I know where you're going with it.
I have. John, would you like to give your thoughts? Because I'm sure we have the same thoughts.
Oh,
Pretty weak vocally live, unfortunately.
It's not as good as you think.
Bummer.
I've shot them 3 times live, working concerts, festivals, radio station stuff. Yeah, it's a shame. That's the best way to say it.
Yeah.
It's a shame. So
He just sounds consistently really tired and hoarse.
yeah,
and
and he just can't project to a live mic too.
That's the
part of
problem.
So
That's
Yeah.
well,
It's
that
also-
range
well,
is hard to protect.
see, when you're
It is.
singing that high at the tippy top of your register,
sure,
it's hard
for
to
sure.
keep doing that consistently for a whole show, for a
Yes.
whole
Yeah.
set. Yeah, I can kind of see that.
for sure, a studio band where there's successes, and I think that's a good spot for it.
Yeah.
Though. So.
Yeah.
From Brandon Barrettfeld, Fleetwood Mac. Oh, good Fleetwood Mac one. Go Your Own Way versus The Chain.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Hitting hard with those, and I get it though. This is the night to do it for sure.
We're not going to please anybody with our answer.
No, we're
No,
not.
we're not.
We're wrong no matter what we say.
Oh yeah,
So-
absolutely. Oh
I'm humming them both in my head right now.
yeah.
I have my
I got
answer.
an answer.
Yeah.
I got an answer.
I
Yeah.
do too.
Okay.
Everyone, okay. So which one was first? Da-da-da-da. Man, I already scrolled past it. I'll just say it doesn't matter. Okay, Go Your Own Way. 1, 2, 3. Interesting.
Really?
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
They're both good. They're both iconic. They're both great.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
The Chain.
I-
1, 2, 3.
this was close for me. I'd vote for either of them. but
Yes.
Yeah. I kind of. Yeah.
Any
I'm
thoughts?
sorry,
just shout your thoughts out on this one.
That chorus. You know.
It's got such a unique sound. The Chain, just the intro to
Yeah.
it. When I had a podcast back in the day, I actually used the starting point of that song is the
Oh, yeah.
intro, like the fade into the podcast. So
You know, it's also those slow kind of rising, almost kind of like country western guitars. Just that. It's a song that it's probably one of their most powerful songs. Like I've seen metal bands cover this song, and it still works. You know,
Yeah.
it's just.
those lyrics bite. Like, if you don't
Yeah.
love me now, you will never love me again. Like,
And-
Jesus Christ.
And coming from people in Fleetwood Mac,
Oh gosh, all those marriages and divorces,
I made the joke,
relationships,
and I love you go your own way as well. I don't want to talk over Mark either, but I just want to say I made a joke in a recent video. You had to have had a scorecard to keep up with all the relationships in Fleetwood Mac.
Oh yeah,
it was rough.
It was. But you know, back when a Jerry Springer episode could produce one of the best albums in history.
Oh man,
Yep.
yes.
Oh, that was chaos in that band.
I don't know.
I hate to admit we got some good music out of it.
Mark, go ahead. Mark, go ahead.
I'll keep it short. Maybe I'm just a sucker for like the very obvious pop song, but which Go Your Own Way is a pop song.
Absolutely,
it's such a good one.
Oh yeah,
it is. Again, I was right on the fence there, but I was like,
The Chain has this element. I love both songs. I think Go Your Own Way is more naturally kind of wistful, but also balanced out with the anger really well. Where The Chain is just angry.
It is.
Yeah.
No, it's bitter. It's bitter.
Yeah,
So
very
bitter.
And I'm going to limit to how much bitterness I normally listen to.
Fair.
So.
Fair.
Very fair.
Yeah.
Emo kid over here, like, bring it on.
I mean,
you think that's bitter?
I get it, but the emo I like tends to be more like explosively written pain rather than bitterness.
I get that, like Spanish love songs.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good example.
I get that.
Good example.
From Mike K. Trivium, specifically Battle of the Drummers, so Trivium song versus song. Pull Harder on the Strings of the Martyr versus The Sin and the Sentence.
Ooh.
You're out? Okay.
Okay. Dang.
I got one.
The first one was a pretty early track for them.
That was
Yes.
that was like one of
Yeah.
the first hits. I think that's on the first record.
This is over a decade apart, and they've had many drummers.
That's what I
why
thought.
think
Like
it's-
15 years apart.
Yeah.
It's like early Trivium versus new Trivium.
So we're basically doing Travis versus Alex.
Yes. Current
In
drummer
terms of
versus
drummers.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll keep this one quick. Pull Harder on the Strings of the Martyr. 1, 2, 3. Interesting.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
That's not my favorite
yeah.
song from earlier, like Ascension days Trivium. The Sin of the Sentence. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, I love Pull Harder, I really do, but man, that band got so much better.
They did.
It really did.
That's the album and song that brought them back out of the
Yeah,
fog.
it really did.
It did. So
Even though the one before that is super underrated, Silence in the Snow.
Silence in the Snow. Yep, I agree. That song kind of gets passed over. That album gets kind of passed over, but it's also a very good one.
Okay. From Nick Pruitt, Good Vibrations versus Strawberry Fields Forever. We're going way back.
Ooh, we are gonna cause some boomer fights.
Boomer fights.
Oh,
That sounds
boomer
like
fights.
There's a podcast name, a live stream name. Boomer
Oh,
fights.
really?
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Oh my god!
Somebody trademark this now. Claim
Can
the
we
domain.
change the name of this? Rock
Yeah, we
Coliseum,
need to
Boomer
change the
Fights.
name of this one.
I gotta get on GoDaddy. It's reserve and like park the domain right now.
Park that domain. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
All right. Do we all have answers for Good Vibrations versus Strawberry Fields Forever in Boomer Fight 2022?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good Vibrations. 1, 2, 3.
You know, I'm gonna be. Okay. Yeah.
Fair.
I'm gonna be.
Strawberry Fields Forever. 1, 2, 3.
I figured this one would have a bit more. Yeah, but okay.
I'm making a poll for this. I'm curious about the poll for this one as well.
Yeah, I want to
Shout
see a
your-
poll on this too.
shout your thoughts out on this one.
See a poll on this.
You three, shout your thoughts out on this one. We'll just keep it quick so that way we just get anything out you want right now.
The harmonies.
Strawberry Field. Oh, sorry, Mark. I didn't mean to talk over you there.
That's
Go
okay.
ahead.
I'll be quick. Harmonies. Good vibrations.
Bingo.
Like
Okay.
that's and
Yeah,
I think
sure.
the production is unbelievably gorgeous, especially how it builds on the back end. And like when it starts getting quasi surreal, but it still remains a really terrific pop song, that's where I go back to.
See, that's the thing that kicks it for me. Good Vibrations, it's a deceptive song because people think,
Yes.
oh, it's the Beach Boys. I'm kicking up good vibrations. But then you actually put it on for the first time in like 5, 6, or 7 years, and you're like, oh yeah, this song's trippy as fuck. And yeah, you always know it's one of those songs that can always surprise you, you know? So you
And
always
one thing
pick up
I'll
new
give it-
stuff about it when I listen to it.
Poll is
The one
open.
thing I
Everyone
will give
vote.
it over-
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
The one thing I'll give it over Strawberry Fields is that Strawberry Fields kind of, you know what you're getting into it with it. Like It starts off sweet, but then it just has its psychedelic freakout. Whereas the psychedelic elements were always kind of around good vibrations, but they never overpower the song. I think that's what gives it strength.
Bingo.
Fair.
Yeah.
John, any
these
thoughts?
These are two songs that have been in my life since very early childhood. Like Beach Boys CDs and Beatles compilations were like mainstays in my childhood. So it's tough, but Strawberry Fields might be like top 3 Beatles song for me. Like I love it. The Mellotron, that like the way it just has a very unique sound, and obviously the intro is like an instantly recognizable statement. But I love where the rest of the song goes too.
Yeah. For me,
this is a very... Oh, sorry, Luke.
No, it's okay. Really quick. The second half of the Beatles' career in the 60s is best half. Psychedelic, more experimentation. That is just peak. And this song is in that. Good Vibrations is a staple of Beach Boys. And it's way creative, way ahead of its time for what they were doing, too, for the instrument work they were making. But yeah, Strawberry Fields Forever on top of Good Vibrations for sure, as a song. So, all right, we got our thoughts out.
Yeah, I have to say, this is a really good one. This is a
very absolutely good one. Well done to whoever sent this one in.
Yes.
I am absolutely interested to see how this goes. This could go either way here.
Here we go.
It's
80
close.
votes. What do we got?
Strawberry Fields.
51% to 48%.
Barely.
80 votes.
Nice.
Strawberry Fields Forever wins. Barely. So
see, y'all have taste, though. I appreciate that. Y'all do have taste. I appreciate
It's close. I
Very
appreciate
Out
that.
of culture,
Yeah,
I see.
Yes. From Darth Chango. That's a name.
That's a name.
Queen of the...
Dude, is that your...
Go ahead. Go ahead. What is that? My one?
Dude, is that your Xbox gamer tag?
Oh, it has to be. Darth Chango? Probably.
It's gotta be. That's a good one.
You totally fragged me in Overwatch 3 years ago. Oh my god, dude.
Queens of the Stone Age song versus song. Millionaire versus Feet Don't Fail Me.
Oh.
Wow. It's sung by 2 different people. That's very different.
I'm drawing a blank. Which one is Feet Don't Fail Me on?
Feet Don't Fail Me.
That's on their most recent album, Villains.
Okay, gotcha.
That was the lead single from that one.
I remember that.
I remember it now.
Or actually, I'm sorry, not the lead single,
Not
it was
the
the
lead
opening
single,
track from that album.
Opening,
it was the first track on the album.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
remember now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a little while. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been about 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does everyone have an answer?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Millionaire. 1, 2, 3. Interesting. Yeah. I could remember. Yeah, I prefer Feet Don't Fail. 1.
Yeah, same
Feet
here.
Don't Fail Me.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I just prefer it a little bit more as a song.
Same.
And also,
Definitely.
yeah. And
I love it. I think it starts off that album great.
And I think you guys are bigger Queens of the Stone Age fans than I am. But at the same time, I still like the one song more than the other. So
For me, I think it's that I just didn't care for that most recent record as much
Villains?
as a lot of other people did. It just
I get
didn't
it.
really scratch my itch.
Mhm.
The thing is, I couldn't even remember how that song went, so I was like, well, obviously Millionaire gets it because it's literally just the record store. Oh yeah, I'm all for that. Let's do that. I'll do that any day of the week. Let's party up.
Let's party up.
Queens of the Stone Age had a lot of transitions from back in the day.
Yeah, they really did. They had such a
honestly have.
rotating cast of people. And by the way, R.I.P. Mark Lanigan.
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Fair one though. Fair one. Okay. Where's my mouse? There we go. Oh, okay. Another one going back a little bit. I guess I get it, but still, it's another one with from Hikikomori Masquerade. Again, that it says Masquerade. That's how it's spelled in the name. Yep, because YouTube. Dragula by Rob Zombie versus Party Hard by Andrew W.K.
Oh,
Ooh.
not fair.
This one's a little unfair.
That isn't fair.
Little
Kinda
unfair.
isn't fair. Ooh. I am so
Read both of those
conflicted.
songs.
Yeah.
I am very conflicted. Damn.
I'm conflicted, but if it's song versus song, I know which one is a proper choice.
Someone in the chat said boomer fight.
No, this is a boomer fight. For me, this is a boomer fight. My inner boomer is fighting with itself right now.
Boomer wrestling.
Boomer Wrestling. Oh no. The BWA Boomer Wrestling Association.
BWA.
Oh, that was
that just sounds bad.
Yeah.
The
We've seen enough of
BWA.
Hogan already.
I
Like,
know. Oh, you know Ric Flair will come out of retirement for a payday on that.
I
league.
know.
Ooh,
Oh my
ooh.
oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have answers?
Yes.
All
I
right.
think
Dragula. 1, 2, 3.
Aww.
I know.
Okay, I got it.
Okay,
Okay,
fair,
thank you.
fair. I get it.
I gotta.
Party hard. 1, 2, 3.
This was so hard.
Hey,
For me.
this is neck and neck for me, guys. Come on now.
Yeah.
I'm making a poll. You guys want to say anything? Go for it. I'll make the poll on this one.
Oh, and for me, I guess you know what? I'll go first because I'm the oldest in the chats here. For me, it was like, God, am I more of a '90s kid or am I more of a 2000s brat? That was really what it boiled down to.
They were so close, though. They were not that far apart, like at the end of '90s, early 2000s.
Dude, I was a kid in the '90s and an adolescent in the 2000s. I was like, am I a teenager or a kid? And I don't know. I
Poll was
cannot
open.
again, dig through the ditch, dig through the ditches and burn through the witches and slam in the back of my Dragula. That just, it will never get old. And even
When
though
it's time to party, we will party hard.
That song,
see that.
You don't party harder than this for your debut. Party hard, yeah.
Oh,
Is that signed?
Yes, sure is.
Wow.
I met him in
Yeah.
2018.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
cool.
Wow.
Very
How on earth is that mastered for vinyl?
Oh, it's not. Oh, I bet it
It's
sounds like
not.
trash. I bet it
It's
sounds like
not.
absolute trash.
Millions of dollars spent refining every element of that song.
But yeah, no, I'd still buy it. Yeah, no,
Mastered
it's pretty
for
hard.
iTunes.
No.
Okay, no, you know how they mastered it for vinyl? They tuned the piano that he was on. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That old piano. Any
That
other
being said,
thoughts?
Party Hard is a perfect song, 10 out of 10, classic. We must stand. We can stand that and nothing else that Andrew WK has done since.
There's a few. I love She Is Beautiful. I'm a sucker for that one.
Fair, but at the same time, like that album, I'll stick up for I Get Wet, but it's very much clear he had one trick.
Yes.
He had one,
trick
yeah.
was
Oh, absolutely.
great on that
Absolutely.
album. It was, like, that album is a classic. But
Rob
at the same
Zombie, yeah,
time-
I agree. Rob Zombie is the whole package for so much he's done. Andrew
Yeah.
WK is the party trick, but that party is huge and loud and flashy, and you're getting the cops called on you type of party.
The Dragula can stop or pull over occasionally. That party has always got to rage. That
true.
party will never stop being hard because
Let's
it's the
ask
only
a question.
thing.
Does Rob Zombie have a classic album?
Yeah, I'd say his first record.
His first was
The Sinister or no, that was the second.
no.
record. Okay, the fact that we can't remember it probably
Yeah.
isn't great.
That's
Super Sexy Swingin' Hits was not it. Was that the name of it? No.
All right.
That's not
Hellbilly
White Zombie.
Deluxe.
Hellbilly Deluxe.
yeah, there you go.
That's it.
Hellbilly-
That
I
is
don't know
his
why.
one. But again,
I'd say-
I don't associate the albums to Rob Zombie. I associate songs. With Andrew
Yeah.
WK, I associate I Get Wet with Andrew WK.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what? I will give I Get Wet's the album credit because I'd say that's the better album as a whole. But Dragula just goes hard.
It does. No, you won't hear me argue against Dragula. I'm just saying.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Any other John, thoughts?
I'm not really into Andrew WK
Fair.
at all.
No, I get it. I get it, guys. Yeah.
It's a certain type of vibe.
You're not gonna hear me try to you're not gonna hear like a music theory professor at a nice university explain Andrew WK's influence in modern art. So
Only if he's cool. The cool professor will be able to
I
do
guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, okay, the cool professor will have heard his other albums where he's actually done some classical piano stuff. The cool
Yeah.
professor will talk about 57 Chevy, that weird instrumental album he did. You
Mhm.
know?
Time for the poll. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Dragula won this.
Yeah, I bet.
Did it?
I
97
bet.
votes. 60%
Yeah.
Dragula. Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I no
I
argument
mean,
here. Come on.
That's
So-
I
hard.
get it.
It was hard.
I want to be honest. Probably closer than I would have predicted from a
Yeah, a
big
little bit.
audience. 97 people. So, yeah. Da-da-da-da. We
That was
got
a good one though. That was a
a fun one. That was a fun one.
It was.
definitely-
Yeah.
that was a knockdown drag out
heat.
fight there.
You guys got time for one more?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Or you want to do like 5 minutes of like
Why don't
rapid
you
fire?
do a lightning round?
5
Let's
minutes
do lightning
of rapid fire. Okay. Stephen Paulus, The Killers, Mr. Brightside versus All These Things That I've Done. The Killers song versus song. Okay?
Okay.
Mr. Brightside. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All These Things
Not
That I've
close.
Done. 1, 2, 3.
By a lot.
Interesting.
You're a bigger Killers fan than I think a lot of us are.
Oh yeah, they're one of my probably in my top like 20 bands somewhere.
Yeah. Fair enough. Did you see Shaking Knees announce their lineup?
Yeah.
today?
I saw
They're one of the
Killers were
headliners. They're the first day
headliners.
headliner. So
Yeah,
those will be touring next year.
I might consider it. We'll see. I would like to see them again.
For those who are unaware, Shaking Knees, big multi-genre festival in Atlanta, Georgia. Headliners are The Killers, Muse, The Lumineers. Day 1, Day 2, Day 3.
I've seen the Lumineers live. They're a lot of fun.
Are they? All I know is
Yeah.
I'm hit and miss with the festival this year. All I know is Day 2 has Muse and the Mars Volta. So,
Ooh.
but that's like I don't.
Muse is touring their new album.
See, that's when I'm.
Yes.
yeah.
With Evanescence. That fest, yeah, and that tour's going on. It's Muse and Evanescence, which is a interesting pairing. So
No,
I think
that
I'll
makes
stay
sense.
home.
That makes sense.
I would go as a photographer for sure, and I've never seen Muse live, so I would go to that. But Evanescence will be covering their new stuff too. I know you're excited for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And stop. Ross T Beats says Arctic Monkeys, Adolescent Fluorescence versus The Strokes, Reptilia.
Oh,
What was the first one? I didn't hear the
That was
audio
a-
on the first one.
Arctic Monkeys, Adolescent Fluorescence versus The Strokes, Reptilia.
Okay.
I could do this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
I get to. Arctic Monkeys, 1, 2, 3.
Nah.
Fair.
I'm wearing
The
their
Strokes.
shirt and I didn't even vote for it.
I know. It's the comparison. It's the verses. It's the verses, guys. Reptilia, 1, 2, 3.
Really good
Mm.
track.
Yeah.
Not close.
Yeah.
I think it might be their best song.
Probably one of the most,
honestly.
probably
I-
the most underrated song on their entire discography, in my opinion.
You got
Reptilia?
overexposed because like it was in Rock Band, right?
Yeah, I was about to say that
It
one was
was.
pretty big for
That's
them.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. See, I was never a rock band guy. That's the thing. So I don't know about that. So that makes
When I
sense.
saw them live this summer,
Mhm.
that song was the closing song, and it was one of
Yeah.
the best moments that I have ever had in a crowd ever. I
That's
was in the
awesome.
pit, and everybody just went insane for it.
I
They were
can see
even
that.
like, it was like I was, Mark, you went to a festival in the UK, right? They sing
Yeah.
back a lot of like the guitar parts and stuff.
Uh-huh.
They were doing that at the show I was at, which was awesome. So I had a lot of fun.
Cool as hell.
Fair enough. Yeah. Rid PR, this is not a request. I just want to donate plus shout out Genesis Owusu in Crash's background. That album is still amazing.
It
is.
slaps.
Right there in the background.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Good
100%.
eye, Rid PR, seeing that in the background, by the way.
Yeah.
Well
His
done.
sophomore album is probably coming next year, and that's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, their
nice.
first single's out, I believe.
Yes, it was. It's,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
excellent.
I have not heard the
I haven't heard it yet, but
I have
will-
not heard it,
I
but
will-
yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I will check it out.
I'm all in.
Uh,
All in for it. Ooh.
From Alex Kawa, Alice in Chains song versus song. Wood versus Rooster.
Okay.
I got one. This is
Yeah.
kind of easy for me.
For me, I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wood. 1, 2, 3.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm thumbs up too. Sorry.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
So quick tie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
you know what?
Rooster?
No.
Okay. Wood. Okay. And Rooster. 1, 2, 3. Fair.
Yeah.
Love both. They have very different meanings behind them both, but I love Wood
Yeah.
just a little bit more. For
Yeah.
Rooster is just a little too sludgy. Like, man, those verses can get really. It really
Yes.
takes a while for that.
That's
song to-
why I changed
takes
my
a
answer. I
while
was
for it
thinking
to
about the
grow.
verses. I was like,
It takes a while to grow. I understand that's part of the appeal to it, though. Too. I get
Yep.
that that's
yes.
part of it.
That's the part
Yeah.
of the thing. Yeah. To be different.
Wood. Wood is like one of the best songs they ever wrote. So
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, in my opinion. at
I
least.
get it. Yeah. From the Louis Salea, I apologize for mispronunciations on all these names. I'm sorry. Song versus song, Metallica. Hardwired versus Lux Aeterna, the new song.
Oh, dang it! I haven't heard the new one. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll have to sit out. I'm sorry.
So the
All right,
lead-off
Crash,
singles
open
from the
another
last.
tab.
Yeah. You got to listen to all 7 minutes.
Man.
Okay, before we give the option, Crash, watch the music video. You'll like who's in it.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, Hardwired. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Lux, 1, 2, 3.
See, that's the thing. I'm hearing such good things about this. People are.
It's a much better as a lead-off single for a new album. Lux is way better than Hardwired.
Yeah, it's a
I
good one.
mean, it might be. I can argue it's their best songs since Load, or some of the better songs on Load.
Since mid-90s.
Like mid-90s.
Yeah.
I get it. And it's not that it still doesn't touch Metallica 80s or Black Album, but still good.
Yeah.
It's
I will
solid.
say-
Solid.
I just pulled up the music video just to remind me to watch it later just now. I like that it's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's nice to hear a Metallica song that isn't friggin' 15 minutes long for a change.
The new album is 72 minutes long. So
okay.
So don't
For
worry.
Metallica, that's reasonable. That's
Yeah.
fairly reasonable for a Metallica record.
12 tracks if I'm correct. So
Hey, I'll take it.
So this is probably the shortest song on the album.
yes.
probably yeah.
I could have swore it was longer than that too. Maybe I'm just remembering wrong. I don't know.
It's like
Probably
3 minutes and
count-
20 seconds or
Yeah,
something.
okay, fair enough.
Mhm.
Da-da-da-da. We did that one. We got time for one more. We'll do one more. Da-da-da-da. Okay. From Strawberry Burst 27, Battle of Classic Metalcore Songs.
Oh boy.
Okay. Bullet for My Valentine's, Tears Don't Fall versus Killswitch Engage's My Curse.
Oh, this isn't even close.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Bullet for My Valentine, Valentine, Tears Don't Fall. 1, 2, 3.
Nah.
I thought you were going to give
I
the
thought you were
thumbs
about to
up.
throw that.
No,
I thought he was throwing it. I was shocked.
I was gonna be like, "Wow, Crash! I did not see that coming." So
His
That was
tears
dra-
don't fall.
Dramatic
Yeah.
effect.
yes, My Curse, Killswitch. 1, 2, 3.
On, this is my curse.
I'm not even a big metalcore fan.
Yeah,
I
and you
get
know,
the right
yeah.
power
Coward,
here.
man.
Ah, come on. End of heartache. That is.
Yeah.
That album, As Daylight Dies.
Yeah,
Is that a Daylight Dies track? I apologize. Yeah. I'm almost.
It might have been. I can't
I'm gonna
remember.
look that up.
it's it could be any album. It doesn't matter. It's still better than Tears Don't Fall.
Still, yeah.
Hey, that song meant a lot to me when I was 13.
Yeah. What does it mean to you now?
That it's raining.
Wait, was that the same? Was that the same time you were listening to Hollywood Undead?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah.
that would have been the time.
I just
This
wanna
album
point
came out
this-
right around that time.
Yeah,
this-
05 to like 09.
is a Daylight
Yeah,
right up in that way.
Yeah. I just got to stress this enough. Have you all heard the new Hollywood Undead album yet?
Hell no.
Oh,
I'm
Has
sorry, I
anyone-
meant no.
Spoiler.
does anyone listen to this band anymore? Well, except people who have to review them
I
for money.
know. Spoiler. I didn't get paid to do this one, but like for monetization
Oh, you
views. I get
poor
what you're saying.
man.
I know. But like for monetization views, it worked well. I got a lot of hate and angry people at me. By the way, here's a spoiler. Best and worst albums of the year coming up for all of us. Guess what made one of my lists?
Gee, I can't-
Guess what probably would if I had heard it.
Oh my gosh.
Same, really? Oh.
Simple Plan put out an album this year.
I know.
I didn't even know about
Yeah.
that. And
I
like,
know.
It didn't
you
chart.
told us about
It
that.
didn't chart
That's-
like anywhere. It even it
in
bombed
Canada.
in Canada.
And that's what was wild to me too. Like it's so under the radar.
All of their other albums had been top 10. This one charted at like number 90, which is insane.
Are they currently still in their they were on a major before?
No,
right?
they're
So-
indie now. They're indie.
Yeah,
that's
that's
I
probably
can see
it.
that. Okay, I
Yeah.
can see that. They were also on tour with Sum 41 over the past 12 months, like in this past calendar year.
Not
Boy,
a good
is-
pairing, to be honest.
Boy,
Not a good
is
pairing.
that a tour! What in the
You know,
world?
especially
It was a
especially given
co-headline.
what-
Yeah.
especially given what Sum 41 is doing these days. Ooh.
Yeah.
They're turning it up, and Simple Plan are regressing backwards still somehow.
But still trying
Like
to sing
it's-
to the kiddos,
Right.
which is
Mhm.
odd. So
Yeah.
all I know, and
They're-
also one final thing before we start wrapping up. All I know is before I moved, Gretchen and I were driving around just while I was in here visiting in town, and for whatever reason on SiriusXM, it was Rap Rock Day. They were playing all the rap rock hits, and we didn't even we had the map up GPS. We didn't see what song was playing. I knew because I had just heard it. It was the lead single from Hollywood Undead's new song. She didn't know, and she audibly said, "What the heck is this crap?" So it's just like, oh my god.
I'm amazed they're still
Uh.
around. Do people buy these records? They must for them to keep going.
Also, I saw, and the anxiety song. I'm aware of that. Oh gosh, John,
It's,
that is such.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
It's not. It's
I-
like that's like an SNL.
I'm insulted.
bit. It's like an
I'm
SNL
insulted.
bit. That's what it is.
As
Like,
somebody with
yeah.
anxiety, I am so insulted.
Yeah, again, also anxiety sufferer here.
It's
Y'all,
oh my
y'all
gosh.
y'all ain't about that life. I can tell.
And plus, I mean, Pierre, man, like it's the writing on this song. You're 43, my dude.
40.
Like, it's,
I know. I say that, but
That's
Hollywood
what-
Undead, they're in their 40s too now. So what do
Yeah.
I know? Still telling everyone, don't step up to Hollywood Undead. It's like you're in your 40s. It's okay. You don't have to front anymore.
Run the Jewels.
They don't even
would
wear the
knock them
masks
off the
anymore.
Stage.
Yeah.
Run the Jewels guys are in their mid to late 40s.
Oh my gosh.
too.
Run the Jewels, though, could just backhand people and they'd probably be fair for life.
And they have. They've had
Yes.
people rush them on the stage
Heck
before.
no.
Killer Mike knocked him the hell out.
They deserve it. Ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Killer Mike is a big dude. He could.
he is.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
He could take you.
Great live, too. Shot him this year with Rage Against the Machine on that tour. Oh my gosh, so good. So good.
Yeah.
I got the best experience. I got to stay in the photo pit the entire set. They're just like, just stay down there. Like,
But that's the difference.
okay.
Rap rock and
Oh.
rap rock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Rap.
Comparing
Yeah, yeah.
Run the Jewels and Hollywood Undead, band versus band. Which one, guys? Come on. Come on.
Imagine Fat Mike beating your ass on stage, and then Zach De La Rocha is in the corner just laughing at you
With a bad leg, just laughing hysterically, you know?
The bad leg, just fuck you, dude.
Crash, did you say Fat Mike? As in Fat Mike from?
Not Fat Mike. Killer Mike.
It's like Fat Mike.
Shit. Y'all know what I meant.
It was like
Y'all know what I see. I am too much of a goddamn '90s kid.
I knew what you meant, but
Fat Mike.
it's okay,
Like-
Crash. This isn't live. It's okay.
Oh, it's not.
It's
Oh,
not
you're gonna
recorded.
We'll
edit
cut
this
it in
out?
post. Don't worry.
Oh, sure you will. Oh, I feel so. I'm.
Dude, we've all
I
done
will
it.
never
Don't
worry.
We've
worry.
all done it.
We have all done it. Trust
To be
me.
fair, NoFX at their worst is still better than Hollywood Undead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usually.
This
Usually.
I don't. Yeah, man, that's an awful argument. It's an awful, unfun argument.
I won't give him Cokie the Clown, but I'll at least give him that. I'll at least give him no late era.
No effects, no effects. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Is someone saying someone please clip that? No.
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 No, you know. I've accepted my fate. Y'all just have fun with that.
Everyone, this has been a pretty successful, thought-provoking, and not toxic Rock Coliseum. Is that fair to say? Is that fair?
Absolutely fair to say.
We didn't get Five Finger Death Punch versus Nickelback for the 900th time.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, no, y'all kept it. Y'all kept it
Yeah.
classy.
You
Y'all
guys
had-
A lot of good discussion.
You guys
out of
gave
this.
good ones. I also want to say a lot of you did quite a few Fleetwood Mac stuff. We'll answer them all in the super chat. I just want to say thank you for doing that. This was the night to do it. This was a good night for that as well. To remember how much Christy did. Holy crap.
Yeah.
People don't.
Yeah.
You need to go on Wikipedia or like another site. Look up the songs she was responsible for writing. It'll blow you away.
Yeah.
So I would like to say a few things. First of all, I want to thank all of you for being here and hanging out the whole time. This is always fun for us. We know it has been a while since we've done one. Life got in the way. That's it.
Yeah.
It's just
All been busy.
one of those things. I'm still recovering from life. I'm just going to say it that way so I don't spend 10 minutes complaining. These three have heard enough of it. So,
Luke just got over COVID to do this, guys.
and that's not even like the top 5 worst things this last couple months.
Yeah. That's
like-
that's on the bottom.
That's the minor thing.
Oh,
That's the-
okay. So we are going into December, like I said in the beginning. This is the biggest time of the year for us. Please, please, please subscribe to our channels below in the description. We all have end of year content. This is where you get to catch up on all the things we loved, hated, thought were great, thought were hilarious, thought were awful, that type of thing. So I'm going to give the time to these three gentlemen to let you know what you can expect over the next month or so as we get into December. John, why don't you go first?
Yeah, so year-end season is practically here. My first video is going to be dropping this weekend, most likely sometime. It'll be a premiere, and it'll be for my top 20 worst songs of 2022. I've had a lot of fun writing this one out, doing some of the skits and that sort of thing. It's going to be a fun one, so look out for that. And then my regular list, like best albums, worst albums, all that good stuff. I just uploaded my Spotify Wrapped reaction today. But yeah, year-end season is upon us, so I'll be covering a lot of stuff there. And I have a special video dropping at the end of the year. I'm hoping to get it out before December 31st. I'm going to be looking back at the worst songs of 2012, since it's been a decade.
Not bad.
A good one. Yeah.
That's a good year for that too. So
Yeah, it is. There's a lot.
There was, yep.
I have the list together, and it's not pretty.
So, Mark, why don't you go ahead?
Sure. I'm not starting year-end list yet because that's my last week
I get
of
that.
December where and I gotta be honest, there's too much that's gonna be dropping the next 2 weeks that I really want to cover. Like new White Lung, new Adim the Artist, new Absol, new Emotional Oranges, very likely new SZA, depending on if TD really RCA lets her drop it. I'm excited. There's a lot of stuff that's pumping and a lot of stuff in my back catalog that I want to get to because again, the backlog is everlasting. All praise, all hail the backlog. Then for me, year-end list, top 10 worst hit songs, top 10 best hit songs, top 50 best songs, top 50 best albums. One thing that I want to highlight is going into 2023, it's going to be my 10-year anniversary on YouTube. And that means I'm going to be doing some fun special videos specifically tied into being 10 years on the platform.
Awesome.
Including, and this is going to be the first teaser or something, roasting my own top 25 albums of 2013.
Oh, going back on your own reflection.
That's
That'll be
bold,
fun.
Okay.
man. Oh, that's
Good idea.
bold.
These are albums that I love very dearly. But I can also be a little bit of a snarky bastard, and that's going to be my fun little experiment to see how that goes.
Fair enough. That sounds awesome. Crash, go ahead.
So hey guys, Crash Thompson. Channel is the same name, Crash Thompson. Check it out. I'm working on my year-end lists too. Mine are going to also be kind of weird because I basically took this year kind of off from reviewing new music. I haven't really been talking about new music on my channel, which, spoiler alert, in 2023, that's probably going to change. Again, just neither here nor there. You didn't hear that from me. But yeah, I've been really quiet about my music opinions this year. I had a bad case of burnout last year. I just kind of need to take a little bit of time down. But, I've had my time down. I'm feeling a lot more rested, a lot more ready to go. He's about to say. So, my year ends are coming. I'm going to have the worst list out before the end of the year, sometime in December. Then we're going to do besties in January like we always do. But, I've been working on it for the past few weeks. And man, this worst list. I know y'all are working on yours too. So it's been a weird year for that.
It's
really
do worst
has
albums
been.
list.
See, you're lucky, you little bastard.
I narrow I only do half. I only do 5, and even I'm trying to narrow it down, going,
Yeah, see,
For me, the worst albums list is more like bad and disappointing.
Fair,
that's what I
fair.
put in there.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I do 3 videos technically, so I'm working on my worst list, my best list, and I'll also do a Patreon exclusive meh list of albums that I just thought were like,
fair.
See, that album I got a lot of material for. Oh my goodness, this year as far as that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just basically kind of working on year-end stuff, and a lot of my bigger announcements are going to come next year. But got worsties coming up in December, besties coming up in January, also Mez coming up in January too. So y'all want to be ready for that? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know the drill.
Awesome. For me, this weekend will be the last week when we have new music night over on the other site that starts with a TW on the streaming site. I won't say it online because YouTube's weird about that. So that means after that week, this upcoming weekend, our last live stream for new music, I'll have other live streams on that site as well. I will have the poll ready. And what's the poll? That's one of my 3 year-end videos. Every week on New Music Night, every video that gets voted, or every song that gets voted 90% or above, I mark down and keep that for best of the month, voted by all the audience. Well, I kept track for every month and every time we did it. So I'm going to share my screen really quick. You guys have to see it on YouTube to do it that way, unfortunately. It's going to be a little bit too big for you guys. However, you'll see a website that I'll make public probably right after the stream that week. And what it is, you log in and then you prove that you're not a bot. and you get a big fat list of all the songs voted 90% or above on our site, on Twitch, voted by all of you. They're organized by month and then alphabetically. Roughly over 100 songs. And you can vote more than once. So I'll have the vote pull up for a week or so, and you guys decide what your top 10 favorite songs were for 2022 from this huge list of all the stuff that dropped in rock, metal, alternative, indie, punk, industrial, anything like that. It's a fun list to go through. I relived so much music going through this, and this is all curated by live viewers on that site. This is what you get to do, stuff like this. This will be a public list too. So the reason I say all this, because the more votes, the better. You can vote, and when you're a voter, you can vote for more than one song at a time. I'll make this public then. I can't stress enough how much fun this is going to be, because I want to know what the consensus is of what you guys all think is the best few songs in all these genres that came out this year.
I see some great ones in there based on what I'm seeing.
I'll send you guys the
Gang
link.
of Youths, My Count,
Yep.
Gorillaz.
I'll send you guys the link privately, because there's a lot of deep cuts and like stuff from Europe, Australia, lots of subgenres that you probably aren't familiar with. A lot of awesome stuff here. But along with that, top 5 worst albums of 2022, top 10 best albums of 2022, and the favorite songs of 2022 voted by you. So that'll be December, along with streams. Also, I'll have my fun Christmas rock party stream, all Christmas rock songs, good and bad. Oh my gosh, there's so many good and bad ones. It's ridiculous. So it's wild. I can't stress enough. So that being said, thank you all very much for being here. Thank you guys so much for having the fun. Thank you guys to you three for being here and hanging out. Thank you to the audience for hanging out there. Please hit the like button before you go again, just to make sure it helps us out too. So that way when people see the stream tomorrow, because there's a lot of people that watch these live streams. A lot of you take it serious. Please remember, we will get to all the super chats. We will get the document to you as soon as possible, as soon as we get them all figured out. Thank you guys so much. Did I miss anything?
Not that I know
can
of.
think of.
I can't think of any gimmicky, oh, let's make Crash do this impression at the end, because y'all didn't do that tonight. Y'all forgot to do that.
No, we were being
don't have
nice
anything
because
I
it's
was
the
being
season of giving.
nice.
Okay. That is true.
Hey, remember when you
I
did that
appreciate
Queens of Stone Age impression?
You did do that on your own
I
accord.
did that of my own free will. That's all right.
Can you
That's
do
all
that
right.
for Go With the Flow? But just
The
with
same
another
voice.
singer. The
As
same
if,
voice, though.
as if Nick sang it.
As if,
Oh,
yeah.
but he's- oh, God.
Yeah.
But he's-
yeah.
He's singing that one real nice, though.
Oh.
You gotta go on your own. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Just that one piano note.
I think
Ding 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 ding.
you peaked the mic at that point.
God, this sounds like bad. This sounds like bad British comedy. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, we're offending the English,
James Corden?
so well, he doesn't count.
Yeah. Now we got people running
doesn't-
for the door.
He
Y'all
doesn't
asked
count.
for that.
He
by the
doesn't
way.
count. So thank you all. We are heading out. Have a great night. Stay tuned. Subscribe. Follow our socials. Keep in touch with us. We will see you next time for sure. Thank you again.
Peace.